You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for Game 5 in this 6-game series between the Somerset Patriots and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas alongside Adam Pohl with you from the ballpark in Bowie as boy, did Bowie put together a thrilling win last night. It was a tight contest. In all honesty, Bowie probably could have gotten it done much, much earlier. They did run into a lot of trouble batting with runners in scoring position. But as Somerset did hold on to a 2-1 edge for quite some time over the course of the night, Bowie was able to use a couple of solo home runs, an early one from Joey Ortiz, and a game-tying one about midway through the game by Maverick Hanley. It was a good shot to left center field that hit off of the pitch clock. Tied the game at 2 and sent it into extra innings, while the Bowie bullpen was able to put together another outstanding performance as Jake Brazina, as well as couple of other pitchers in terms of Easton Lucas and Hector Perez were able to hold the line and keep things scoreless for 5 innings, helping Bowie set themselves up for their 5th walk-off win of the season in the bottom of the 10th inning against a pitcher that's given him plenty of trouble this season, Somerset closer Carson Coleman. Connor Norby laced a walk-off RBI single to right field to give Bowie the 3-2 win. Evens up the 6-game series at 2 games apiece, and thanks to an Erie Seawolves loss, it got Bowie 1 game closer in the Southwest Division standings. So they've got a lot of high hopes and a lot of momentum coming into today's game, but they might you're running into a bit of a buzzsaw because the buzz is that Somerset is making an addition for today's game. Giancarlo Stanton, the 2017 National League Most Valuable Player and a 5-time All-Star, including here in 2022, is going to be on a rehab assignment today and tomorrow for Somerset, nursing a tear in his Achilles tendon in his left heel. He'll be batting second and serving as the designated hitter today. Bowie will have to, of course, be careful around him, but Adam, it's the point of baseball. One man doesn't win it all for you.
Oh, obviously, and it's just exciting when you get to see big league ball players. Stanton in his 13th year in the big leagues, 5th year with the Yankees, a 5-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP this season, one of the most powerful hitters in the sport, and it's a great opportunity because when you're at the AA level, you're so close to the major leagues. And obviously, Bowie wants to win a ball game tonight. But these ball players, they want to test their talents against the best. Somerset has a very good ball club already. But with Giancarlo Stanton here, it's going to be really, really exciting, especially for the pitching staff. And Justin Armbruster, who's been really outstanding this season for the Baysox, and in the system, will get an opportunity tonight to go against one of the best in the sport.
We'll talk about Armbruster in a little bit, but first, let's set you up with the numbers ahead of today's game as Somerset comes in for game number 112 in the season, a 68-43 record, a 2-game losing streak for the Patriots. They're still 6-4 over their last 10, however, and 31-23 when playing on the road. Bowie comes in for game number 113 on the year, a 55-57 mark on the season with a 2-game winning streak. The Baysox are 4-6 over their last 10 and 30-25 when playing in front of the home crowds here at Prince George's Stadium. Somerset comes into this game with a 24-18 record in the second half. Bowie is 28-15. The Baysox are second place in the Southwest Division. Only one game out of first place. The Erie Seawolves are 29-14 in the Southwest. But Bowie still has some competition coming up from the back. Akron and Altoona are tied for third. Each of them are 6 games out of first, 5 games behind Bowie in the Southwest. Somerset, while they are only 1.5 games out of first place in the Northeast Division, second overall, they're not concerned with their standings. They secured a first half postseason berth in the Northeast Division. Your starting pitching matchup for today's game sees Randy Vasquez go for Somerset, while Justin Armbruster will get the start for Bowie. Starting with Vasquez, a 1-4 record and a 3.77 ERA. He had a small taste of AA ball at the end of 2021, but it didn't go too well, and it wasn't really that much of an opportunity. He's really matured into the level this season. He strung together consistent starts for the Patriots at the start of the year, but then his meeting with Bowie in July really started a brief downturn. Bowie plated 4 runs against him in 5 innings, a winning effort for the Baysox that included a Colton Cowser solo home run. And including that Bowie start, it was the beginning of a stretch for Vasquez in which he allowed 19 runs in just 14 2/3 innings, including 5 total home runs. Things have settled back into place for him. He's allowed only 1 earned run in his last 3 starts, but there's still the possibility for Bowie. They were able to find him and hit him well last time, and of course, this is a hitter-friendly ballpark, much more so than TD Bank Ballpark up in Bridgewater when Bowie beat him the first time. Vasquez has made some additions lately to his arsenal. He added a 2-seam fastball this season, and he's gotten some called strikes out of it. And while his regular fastball can sit in the mid-90s while hitting 98 at points, as well as a curveball and a changeup. Bowie definitely had plenty of problems yesterday when it came to those changeups and those curveballs, more just the breaking stuff on the outside edge of the zone, but I think that was more on that specific home plate umpire. It'll be a different one today, so maybe Bowie can get something out of that. As Justin Armbruster goes for the Baysox, a 3-0 record for Armbruster and a 3.98 ERA as he comes off of one of his best starts of the season. His first quality start with the Baysox and second quality start of the year in when he took a no-hitter into the 6th inning against Akron. He walked the first batter of the game last week and then worked a double play, retired 16 consecutive batters from that point on. He did allow a pair of singles, including one to drive in a run and then a 2-run home run, so it wasn't a scoreless outing, and it actually did cut the game fairly close, but Bowie was still able to give him the win thanks to the 6-4 effort. Bowie has given Armbruster plenty of run support, 28 total runs over the last 3 starts for the right-hander. He's also only allowed 6 runs in his last 16 innings, walking only 1 batter and striking out 15. Armbruster has had some of the best precision on the zone this season for Bowie. Among the current rotation, he has the best strikeout-to-walk ratio. So it'll be on Armbruster today to keep that precision and make sure he can pick up the swings and misses with his slider while also setting up the fastball up and in early on. If he can get that going, he should be in for a good day. Talking about good starts and pretty fun debuts as well. Yesterday was the debut of Cade Povich, traded over to Bowie, to Baltimore more specifically, but came to Bowie for his debut. He was a part of the Jorge Lopez deal to Minnesota, and he spun 5 strong innings for the Baysox in his debut last night. So we get his thoughts on that and the whole movement surrounding his last couple of weeks, because it's been busy for Povich. We hear from him next. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
There's plenty going on at the ballpark on Saturday, August 27th. Bowie will be hosting a special tribute to Negro League Baseball, as well as an exhibit presented by the Josh Gibson Foundation with special artifacts from the Hall of Famer's career, as well as the Baysox huge Touch a Truck event featuring dozens of construction, excavation, emergency vehicles, and trucks for all fans to enjoy and interact with exhibits as well. It begins at 4:30 and is going to run till 6:30 ahead of the 6:35 game. It's all presented by Miss Utility and comes your way on a busy Saturday, August 27th, so get your tickets at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Getting back to work here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Game 5 between Bowie and Somerset coming your way in just a little bit. But first, we're sitting down with Cade Povich. Made his AA debut last night and tossed well 5 innings with just 2 runs allowed and 6 strikeouts. First off, usually like to ask, what pitch do you think was working best for you last night? I was a big fan of how your curveball was looking.
Yeah, I would say the curveball, being able to land it and kind of mix it up and freeze the batters, was working very well yesterday.
What were some of your first impressions on working with a new catcher here in your debut like that?
Yeah, it's always interesting at first, getting to know one another, see how he likes to call games, how I like to throw games. But, I think for the most part, everything went smooth. I think we were on the same page pretty much about everything.
Yeah. How about their control of the running game? Obviously, this has been a big team when it comes to attempting steals, but fortunately, Bowie has been one of the best in terms of their 2 backstops. Were you able to pick up on that quickly, that they were holding command, as well as you being a lefty on the mound helps too?
Oh, yeah. I noticed that first game I was here. I think there were a couple guys out at second in the first game. And then, that obviously gives me a lot of trust. Being a lefty, it's a little bit easier to control it, but also knowing that you have that as a backup plan definitely builds confidence.
It has obviously been a whirlwind couple of weeks for you, going from pitching with Cedar Rapids less than a month ago, then to 2 starts with Aberdeen, and now up here to AA Bowie. What have you been doing to just kind of stay grounded over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, when I'm not here, just trying to get my mind off things, talking to parents, girlfriend, friends, whatever, and not getting too caught up in everything, and just staying relaxed. And I think that's been a big part of what's helped me stay calm and kind of stay in control of everything.
What were some of your first thoughts when you were informed of the news of the trade?
Yeah, I think the first thing is kind of shock. It's something I've heard of growing up, but you always want to be that guy that's an organization player. And but when I heard it's the Orioles, and from what I know about the farm system and the way they develop guys, I was pretty happy.
So what were some of the first messages that the folks at Aberdeen maybe gave you when you got into how they want to develop you or bring you into the fold?
The biggest thing was really just to be myself right now. Yeah. We're getting to know each other. It's towards the end of the season already. So really just keep doing what I was doing. Over time I'll start learning kind of some of like their teachings and their terminology about things. Yeah. But I mean, overall, it's really just keep doing what you're doing till the end of the year, and then, when spring training and whatnot comes around, then the other stuff will take care of itself.
As we continue on with Cade Povich here on the pregame show, obviously the buzz that has been around for today and tomorrow that got announced pretty much midway through your start last night is that Giancarlo Stanton is going to be rehabbing with Somerset as the designated hitter. Are you bummed at all that you don't get the chance to step in and strike him out?
Very much. I knew there was talk that he was going to make a rehab start sometime this weekend, and there was a lot of talk that this would be the place that he was going to, and I was really hoping Friday was going to be the day that he came, but it's going to still be cool to be able to watch him today and tomorrow.
One of the big things I do like to ask a lot of guys, especially just to get to know them a little bit more on a personal level. You're from Reno, right? So you were born in Reno. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, okay. So, but you're still very familiar then with just baseball, minor league baseball in general. Those Omaha Royals, they're pretty well known in that area, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
So when you're on the road, long road trip, obviously it's been a much longer couple of weeks for you, probably in more hotels than usual. How do you like to wrap up the night? A lot of times it's a guy with their streaming programs, something on Netflix, HBO Max. Is there any show that you've been binging lately?
Any show? Not really. I'm more of a movie guy. Just trying to watch different movies. And
anything nice lately that you think you could recommend?
Gosh, I'd have to think about that one for a minute. There's been a lot of recent movies, and I get caught up in the names, just going back and forth.
What have been just some of your initial impressions been on the clubhouse too? It's obviously been a pretty tightly knit set, like you said, with the way that this organization is trying to develop. Have you felt pretty welcome, I would hope?
Oh, 100%. I think everybody here in Aberdeen and here. Everybody seems close. Seems like it's not just like a focus on I want to get better and move up, like a me focus. It's really a whole team focus, focusing on everybody getting better and competing and trying to win. And I think ultimately that's the key to success and the key to being able to grow as a player and continue moving up.
And then after a successful first start in Double-A, what do you want to improve on? What do you want to build and bring into your next start?
Just keep the same mentality. At the end of the day, pitching's pitching, no matter what level. And, ever since I was younger, I've always wanted to compete at the highest level. And, job's not finished yet until I get there, and I'm able to be there for a while. So just continuing to put in the work and cheer on the teammates when I'm not in.
Well, it's all about climbing the ladder, and last night was a good step on that first rung in Double-A. Congrats, Cade. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Cade Povich here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Now is proud proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, we welcome you back here to Prince George's Stadium as we get ready for what is Game 5 of 6. The Baysox and the Yankees affiliate of Somerset here today. Well, already underway, big ball game as far as Bowie is considered. We'll be watching this all night, the Baysox. We are inside a month to play in the regular season that will come to a completion on September the 18th. Bowie will be on the road to end the regular season this year. But for the Baysox here on this August the 20th, they are one game out of a playoff spot, trailing Erie. Erie, through 2 innings at home against Akron, is ahead. So Erie has got a 2-0 lead. The Baysox did pick up a game, though, last night as Akron was a victor. 2-1 was the final in that one. Now, Akron and Altoona are not out of it either. They are each 6 in back of Erie and 5 in back of Bowie. And interestingly enough, the Baysox have series with Erie, Akron, and Altoona all remaining in this 2022 season. Well, the Baysox have taken the field. We're going to take our final break. Matt Savanas will be back with you when we return with our starting lineups in today's first pitch right after this on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. It's Game 5 of this 6-game series between the Somerset Patriots and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. And as Justin Armbruster warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Patriots that he'll face looks like this. Leading off is the shortstop, Anthony Volpe, followed by Giancarlo Stanton, the designated hitter batting second. Austin Wells is the catcher batting third. Emerson Pereira in center field bats fourth. Elijah Dunham in right field bats fifth. Andre Chaparro at third base bats sixth. Braden Lockridge in left field seventh. Jesus Bastidas at second base eighth. Then Mickey Gasper rounds out the starting lineup at first base. Somerset is the AA affiliate of the New York Yankees. They're managed by Dan Fiorito, assisted by Gerardo Casadiego, Jake Hurst, and Aaron Posse. Michael Becker is the athletic trainer. Somerset is 68-43 on the season, 24-18 in the second half, winners of the first half in the Northeast. And again, their lineup features Volpe, Stanton, Wells, Pereira, Dunham, Chaparro, Lockridge, Bastidas, Gasper, all to face off against Justin Armbruster on the mound. Prince George's Stadium, 309 feet down the line to both left and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center with very little wind this evening. A bit of shadow just behind home plate, but the entire infield basking in sunlight as Justin Armbruster's lone shadow stretches across the right side of the infield grass nearly to the dirt. He climbs the hill now to face off against Anthony Volpe, a .248 average and an .802 OPS this season in 100 games. The first pitch home is a fastball. It misses up and inside for ball one. We're underway at 6:37 p.m. on an 82-degree sunny day here in Bowie, Maryland. As Armbruster kicks and fires the next, Volpe lifts a fly ball out towards shallow left. Hudson Haskin hesitates before taking a couple of quick steps down and makes the catch. One up, one down. Let's tell you about the Bowie defense. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Hudson Haskin, Colton Cowser, and John Rhodes. Cesar Prieto at third, Joey Ortiz at short, Connor Norby at second, Toby Welk at first, and Cody Roberts catches behind the plate for Justin Armbruster on the mound. A hearty round of applause as Giancarlo Stanton's name is announced over the public address board. The first pitch home misses high, a fastball, and it's 1-0 to start. Stanton on a 2-game rehab stint with Somerset following an Achilles injury he suffered back with New York. He appeared in 80 games with the Yankees before going down. The 1-0 misses down and inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Stanton was hitting .228 with an .807 OPS, 6 doubles, no triples, 24 home runs, 61 runs batted in. As the 2-0 pitch comes home, and he rips it to third, backhanded by Cesar Prieto. Deep in the hole, a fire to first is there. A 5-3 putout, and Stanton is retired to open the day. Too quick here in the first inning. Umpiring crew for today's game, you've got Matt Carlian. He's the crew chief over at third base. Jae Young Kim is at first, and Tom Fornarola is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. That batted ball off of Stanton came out at 93 miles an hour on a low changeup from Armbruster as the left-hander Austin Wells digs in. First pitch. Misses down and inside a ball, and it's 1-0 to start. .244 average for Wells, a .735 OPS in 32 games. 5 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in. As the infield plays him straight up, relatively deep, the 1-0 misses up and away, and that one a little close. A fastball runs it to 2-0 as we're scoreless here in the top of the first inning. 5th of a 6-game series between Bowie and Somerset. The Baysox have won back-to-back games. 2-0 to Wells. Called a strike on the lower outside corner. A changeup from Armbruster runs it to 2-1. Justin Armbruster, 6'4", 230-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from Bellevue, Washington. 12th round draft selection in 2021 from the University of New Mexico. Fires the 2-1 and it's fouled off. Back to the screen as the count runs even at 2. A 3-0 record this season for Armbruster, a 3.98 ERA in 9 games, 5 starts, 40 2/3 innings, 41 strikeouts, only 5 walks allowed. As he sets for the 2-2 offering. Here it is. Fastball misses high and the count runs full. On full counts this year, Armbruster has batters just 1 for 11. He struck out 6 and walked 4. He sets on the third base side. The payoff to Wells. Check swing and it's outside. So a 2-out walk as the inning extends. Wells reaches on the free pass. And now Everson Pereira will step in. Right-hander hitting .246 this season, a .756 OPS in 15 games. A double, a triple, 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. Bowie collected their 5th walk-off win of the season last night, a game that had stayed tied at 2 from the 5th inning into the 10th. As the first pitch to Pereira is high for a ball. Changeup opens it up at 1-0. A first pitch ball to all 4 batters Armbruster has faced so far. As Wells is held on at first base, the 1-0 pitch. is called a strike. Fastball hits at the knees, and it's 1-1. Armbruster has allowed 6 home runs this season, and opponents are hitting him for a .247 average. And he's coming off of one of his best starts of the year when he tossed 6 beautiful innings against Akron. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. High fastball, and it's 1-2. Armbruster carried a no-hitter last week into the 6th inning. Walked the first batter, but worked a double play and was near perfect after that as the 1-2 was punched to the left side and through a gap toward left center field. This could send the runner from first to third as Haskin picks it up. Headed into second base, Pereira. The throw is late. That's where the shift can burn you sometimes. That's the reason that the shift is outlawed here at Double-A. If you've got that second baseman shifted onto the left side of the infield like you normally would see at the big league level, that would be a simple ground out. But instead, it's a bouncing ball pretty much through a gap, and Pereira picks up a double, his 2nd of the season. That puts runners at 2nd and 3rd for Somerset here in the top of the 1st inning as Elijah Dunham steps in. And time called by Dunham before we get started here. A .262 average for him this season, an .829 OPS in 90 games, 20 doubles, 3 triples, 15 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Here's the first pitch. Popped foul behind home plate, out of play. It's 0-1. Armbruster cruised into the 6th inning in his last start before allowing a pair of singles, one that drove in a run, and then a 2-run home run. But Bowie fortunately gave him enough run support. They won 6-4, giving Armbruster the win. He's gotten plenty of run support in his last 3 appearances, a total of 18 runs. The 0-1. Misses up and inside a fastball, runs the count even in a ball and a strike on the left-hander Dunham. Armbruster has been on one of his best stretches of the season. Only made 2 appearances on that lengthy road trip for Bowie, but combined for 11 innings. Only allowed the 3 runs to Akron, struck out 9, walked 1. The 1-1 pitch misses wide, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. But this first inning is taking a bit of time as we're scoreless in the top of the frame. 2 quick outs, a fly out and a ground out, but then a walk and a double. With Dunham ahead in the count now, 2 balls and a strike. Pitch home. Outside again, and it's 3 balls and a strike here. Prior to the 2-1 walk-off win last night, Bowie put together a big 10-2 win to break out of a 5-game losing skid. It was their longest losing streak here in the second half, and it was part of the reason that they've since fallen out of first place as the 3-1 pitch is fouled off left side, runs the count full, 2nd full count of the inning for Armbruster. But Bowie is still only 1 game out of first place thanks to their win last night combined with an Erie Seawolves loss. And the message has been clear for Bowie entering this series. The road does not get easier. Bowie has plenty of tough opponents, including Erie and Akron, the team right behind them, over the final 4 weeks of the season. The 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball up and away, and Armbruster strands a pair in a scoreless first inning. He induces a ground out from Giancarlo Stanton. And as we go to the bottom of the first, Somerset nothing, Bowie coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Well, it was a scoreless first inning for Justin Armbruster, and the Bowie Baysox will try to pay him back with some run support. As we move to the bottom of the first, Randy Vasquez warms on the mound for the Somerset Patriots. As he gets loose, the starting lineup for the Bowie Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in center field, you've got Colton Cowser, followed by Joey Ortiz at shortstop batting second. Connor Norby is the second baseman batting third. Hudson Haskin in left field bats fourth. Cesar Prieto at third base bats fifth. Maverick Hanley, the DH, bats sixth. John Rhodes is in right field batting seventh. Toby Welk at first base bats eighth. And Cody Roberts is the catcher batting ninth. Bowie is the Double-A affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Galvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 55-57 on the season, 28-15 in the second half. And again, their lineup features Cowser, Ortiz, Norby, Haskin, Prieto, Hanley, Rhodes, Welk, Roberts. First pitch to Colton Cowser is served into center field for a base hit. A looping line drive on a fastball that sat middle of the plate, and after an 0-for-4 day with 4 strikeouts yesterday, Cowser instantly gets back in the hit column. He's got hits in 5 of his last 6 games now for Bowie, and the Baysox, as they did plenty last night, have opened the inning with a base runner. Bowie had a string of 5 consecutive innings in last night's win, in which they started an inning by putting the leadoff batter on base. First pitch to Joey Ortiz is poked over to first and past the outstretched glove of Mickey Gasper into right field. Cowser goes first to third. Here comes the throw from right. It's late, and Ortiz takes the back end into second base with a slide. A single for Ortiz. He advances on the throw. And out of the gate, 2 pitches by Randy Vasquez, and Bowie has them at second and third with no one out. Haven't even had much time to tell you about the batters. They're going so fast. Now here's Connor Norby. 272 average and an 872 OPS as first base plays in on the baseline, the rest of the infield playing back. Vasquez sets out of the stretch, third base side of the rubber. And the first pitch in. Fastball called for strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. To finish my note, Bowie had 5 straight innings last night in which they put the leadoff batter on base. And only once did that batter come around to score. It was a solo home run by Maverick Hanley in the 5th. The 0-1. Norby bounces it to the left side and through the gap for a base hit. This could score 2. It'll just be Cowser as Ortiz is held up at third base. But an RBI single for Connor Norby. 3 batters, 3 singles. Bowie leads 1-0 in the first. 3 straight games with a base hit for Norby. He's got 22 RBI on the season. And Bowie is instantly showing off against Randy Vasquez. Here's Hudson Haskin, a 273 average and an 844 OPS in 89 games. First pitch, he watches it. A called strike on a changeup upper outside corner. It's 0-1. 20 doubles for Haskin, 3 triples, 13 home runs, 48 runs batted in. As runners stand at the corner, still with no one out. Bowie already ahead 1-0. Next pitch, swinging a piece, hits off of the catcher, and Wells fell to a knee quickly as that one gave him a shock. It rolls slowly up the first base line, but of course it's a foul as the count goes to 0-2 on Haskin. And one must have hit somewhere around the thigh or just a little bit on the inside edge of the padding. It's obviously fortunate they have those knee pads. Imagine if something like that hit the funny bone around your knee. Your leg would fall asleep instantly and probably not wake up for an hour. It's 0-2 here on Haskin as Vasquez looks to get out of what he'd already built into an early jam. The 0-2 pitch, and Haskin swings and misses. A curveball down, and the first strikeout for Vasquez, the first out here in the first. I just said first a lot. Let's tell you about the rest of the defense for Somerset. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Brandon Lockridge, Everson Pereira, and Elijah Dunham. Andre Chaparro is at third base. Anthony Volpe is the shortstop. Jesus Bastidas is at second. Mickey Gasper is at first. And Austin Wells catches behind the plate for Cesar Prieto, or for Randy Vasquez on the mound. Cesar Prieto is at the plate. Looking too far ahead here. First pitch to Prieto misses down and in. 1-0 to start on the left-hander. 283 average for Prieto, a 702 OPS in 68 games played. 18 doubles, no triples, 3 homers, 29 runs batted in. But we still has them at the corners with only 1 out here in the bottom of the first, already ahead 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Prieto watches way up and away. Wells had to pretty much throw his left arm out there to keep it from getting to the backstop. Would have allowed a run to score. Runs it to 2-0. Mild shift on for Prieto, and a pickoff throw to first is late. You've got to be careful about those, though. Ortiz may not be the fastest on the team, but Bowie is already working with the electricity here in this first inning. Throws something wild. That's a run, the 2-0. And Prieto laces it to second. Picked up, goes back to first, and it's a double play. Jesus Bastidas snared the 103-mile-an-hour liner out of the air and immediately doubled up Connor Norby at first, who didn't have a chance. Bowie leaves a lot on the table. After 3 consecutive singles to open the frame, they strand technically only 1 on, but end the inning after having runners at the corners and only 1 out. We go to the second. Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On to the second inning here in Bowie as the Baysox have a 1-0 lead for Justin Armbruster to nurse. He'll face off against 6, 7, and 8 in the Somerset lineup, starting with Andres Chaparro. First pitch into the right-hander is called a strike at the knees. It's 0-1 to open. Chaparro, Brandon Lockridge, and Jesus Bastidas set to bat for the Patriots, as Chaparro is hitting .268 this season, an .891 OPS in 42 games, 0-1. Slider misses down and away, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike here. 8 doubles, no triples, 12 home runs for Chaparro, including 2 this series. He's driven in 29 runs. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Turned inside out on a fastball up and in. Runs the count even at a ball, or to a ball and 2 strikes, rather. Justin Armbruster, a 4-pitch offering, 4-seam fastball, curveball, slider, change. He's been placing them with the best of them this season. 1-2. Misses down, runs the count even at 2. Gets called strikes and uses that to his advantage to get weak contact, while at the same time picking up strikeouts when he needs it. Doesn't waste too much time on batters. 2-2. Popped him up on the right side, foul ground. Looks to be. Toby Welk now ranges over, only about 5 feet in foul territory, and he makes the catch. So 1 gone here to start the second inning, and now Brandon Lockridge. As Bowie leads 1-0, 3 consecutive singles to open the first inning for the Baysox, but they left a handful on the table. Hudson Haskins struck out with runners at the corners, and Cesar Prieto lined into a double play. That one is less of a head hanger, more something you just hit into, and you have to say, oh, well, it happened. As the first pitch to Brandon Lockridge is swung on and missed down and away, it's 0-1 to start. .234 average for Lockridge this season, a .675 OPS in 88 games played, 16 doubles and a triple, 10 homers, 39 runs batted in. Next pitch misses inside. Well, Lockridge took a piece at it, as a matter of fact, and rolled it over a little bit to the right. Runs the count to 0-2. As Armbruster looks for his second strikeout, he fires the pitch, and it's popped up. Curveball curled outside as this one skies out to center field. Kauser ranges to his left slowly as it hangs up for quite some time before finally making the catch. That one got a little over 130 feet in the air. So now Bastidas, .257 average and a .791 OPS in 89 games. 16 doubles and a triple, 14 homers, 46 runs batted in. First pitch in, Bastidas fouls it off. Armbruster has been opening with the fastballs inside right now, and it's really paying off. Somerset has been jumping at the first pitch a decent amount this series. And Armbruster is feeding them pretty much unhittable balls. The 0-1 misses high, a fastball, and the count starts out at 1-1 now. And it's helpful for Armbruster now after setting up with those 4 first pitch balls in the first inning for him to rebound. The 1-1, swing and a miss, fastball down and inside, it's 1-2. Bases empty, 2 away here in the top of the second. Of course, the main story today has been Giancarlo Stanton on his rehab assignment. Grounded out to third base in the first inning. Plenty of Yankee jerseys in attendance. The 1-2 misses high, and it's 2-2. I already see an American League All-Star uniform, that nice dark gray with the gold trimmed outline. Plenty of pinstripes. There's a Mark Teixeira jersey not too far in front of the press box. 2-2. Lifted high to left field, but not deep at all. Hudson Haskin finally shifts to his left a couple of steps and brings it down. A couple of massive fly balls off of the bat for Somerset, but none of them really got far at all. 3 up, 3 down for Armbruster. Bottom of the second coming up. Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Bottom of the second here at Prince George's Stadium as we continue on in this 1-0 contest. First pitch to Maverick Handley is called a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Handley, John Rhodes, and Toby Welk set to bat here as Randy Vasquez continues to deal. Next offering is a fastball that misses wide, 1-1. 234 average for Handley, a 766 OPS in 66 games played this season. Next pitch is grounded hard to short, taken on 2 hard bounces by Anthony Volpe, and deep from the hole, feet on the outfield grass, he gets it to first base. Not too easy of a play considering where the ball was placed, but Volpe was in a good position to field it. Quickly one gone as John Rhodes will dig in. Rhodes hitting only 188 with a 589 OPS, but still just his 10th game here at AA. He does have a double and a triple. Looking for his first AA home run still. He's got 6 runs batted in. First pitch, Rhodes watches the curveball. Called for strike in the lower inside corner. It's 0-1 to start. Vasquez is coming off of a very good run right now. He really went onto a downturn, starting with his appearance against Bowie a month ago, as the next pitch misses inside to Rhodes. It's 1-1. But his last 3 appearances, he's allowed just 1 earned run in 15 2/3 innings. He has allowed 5 runs total, but only 1 earned. Infield playing Rhodes deep here as Vasquez turns and fires. The 1-1 misses high. 2 balls and a strike. But when he ran into Bowie, it was really one of the first bad outings he'd had all season. He did have a couple of losses on his record, but none of them were that bad as the next offering misses outside a fastball. Good snap in from Austin Wells behind the plate, but it still misses. Count to 3-1. He tossed 5 innings and gave up a season-tie 9 hits to the Baysox. He actually hit 2 batters. Next offering outside, and Rhodes draws the free pass. 1-out walk is the first given up by Vasquez today. He has 97 strikeouts against 34 walks entering today in 93 innings. Yeah, that season's high 9 hits, that really burned him, and it sent him down a bit of a spiral. He allowed 6 runs in 5 innings in his following start, and then gave up a monstrous 8 runs in just 1 inning against Portland on the 17th of July. First pitch to Toby Welk is called a strike. Fastball hits the knees, and it's 0-1 to start. 194 average for Welk, a 606 OPS in 20 games. 2 doubles, no triples, 3 homers, 11 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch. And Welk cracks it on a slow floater out towards second, scooped at the waist by Jesus Bastidas. Pretty much halfway between a soft line drive and a pop-out. I'll call it a pop-out, as Welk is retired for the second out of the inning. And now Cody Roberts. Number 9 batter in the lineup, a 252 average and a 736 OPS in 61 games. First pitch in, and Roberts watches down and away. Fastball opens it up at 1-0. There's a lot of horizontal movement on that fastball from Vasquez. He's got a good bevy of pitches as well. Can bring out the 2-seamer from time to time. He's added it recently as the 1-0 is skied up the line foul, first base side. Runs the count even at 1-1. Yeah, that 2-seamer is apparently new for Vasquez this season, and he's been using it to get some called strikes on the bottom of the zone. I think that's what helped out Bowie a little bit in his previous start against the Baysox. He just wasn't getting those called strikes with the 2-seamer. The 1-1. Fouled off again right side. Runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes on Roberts. 13 doubles, no triples for him yet this season. 6 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Well, the shade has overtaken most of the infield. Right field, as per usual, is the last part of the field to get the memo. They're getting some sunlight. As the 1-2 comes home, and Roberts swings and misses a late attack on a curveball down and away. Second strikeout for Vasquez ends a scoreless second inning. Bowie strains a runner at first, and as we go to the third, they lead 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
On to the third inning here in Bowie as the Baysox hold on to a 1-0 edge. 9-1-2 in the Somerset lineup set to bat. As Mickey Gasper digs in, we hand it off to Adam Pohl.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. 1-0 once again, the Baysox lead it. Gasper, a switch hitter, so he's in for the left side. And followed by Yankees top prospect Anthony Volpe. And then this year's All-Star Game MVP, Giancarlo Stanton. As there's a bell-tight strike delivered on a low 90s fastball. And the count is 0-1. Armbruster ready, he throws. And it's off speed and down and away. So special to have a ball player of the ilk of Stanton playing here in Bowie. As there's a pop foul straight back out of play. And the count 1-2. Of course, Prince George's Stadium has seen a lot of great rehabbing ball players over the years from the Orioles, and also from the nearby Washington Nationals. But it is unusual to have a player like Stanton for the visiting team here. Here's the 1-2. And a line foul back to the screen on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball as Armbruster continues to attack here this first time through the order. Yeah, it's interesting because throughout the history of baseball, there has been almost an idolization of velocity in general. There's a pitch off the outside at 94 miles an hour, but it has almost solely been about how hard a pitcher throws. As Armbruster ready, the 2-2, and a backdoor breaking ball stays down and away, and the count now full 3-2. You remember the old video of Bob Feller throwing against a speeding motorcycle going by simultaneously? Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip, but it goes in and out of Robert Smith, the Bowie catcher. And just staying alive, Gasper. And we'll see another 3-2 pitch. That was a fastball right down the middle. He went after him at 93 miles an hour. As Armbruster ready once more, and the right-hander throws. And it's off the outside, ball 4. Though he loses Gasper to lead off the inning. And now Anthony Volpe will come to the plate. Nolan Ryan was once fabled to throw a pitch that went nearly 108 miles an hour. Who knows if that's actually true, but the ability to calculate velocity in the game of baseball, it's not a new thing, but it's done better than ever before. The pitch and a breaking ball off the outside, ball 1 to Volpe. Now there are so many pitchers in the game that throw at or even above 100 time and time again. As an off-speed pitch down and away, and now Armbruster sees a 2-0 count against him as he deals to Volpe. Runner at first, nobody on. So that's why Giancarlo Stanton is such an interesting figure in the game of baseball, because they're tracking a different type of velocity as well. As there's a lifted foul straight back out of play off the heater, and they count 2-1. As a fan makes a nice catch. And that type of velocity is exit velocity. How hard the ball comes off of the bat. As now the 2-1, and a breaking ball off the outside, ball 3. The StatCast era in baseball began in 2015. And Stanton is unquestionably the player that's hit the ball harder in the bigs than anyone else since then. As there's a high lifted fly to shallow left. In and a bit towards the line. Haskin will make the catch. That's a big out there after the leadoff walk. And down in the count 3-1. And now Mr. Exit Velocity, Giancarlo Stanton, will stand in for his second at bat. He hit the ball pretty sharply his first time up, grounding out to third. In the first 6 years of the StatCast era, 8 balls were hit 120 miles an hour or harder. As a breaking ball veers away, ball 1. Stanton hit 6 of them. Last year, of the 20 hardest hit balls in Major League Baseball, Stanton had 13. As a fastball just off the inside part of the plate. And the count 2-0, and all of a sudden Armbruster, who is a strike thrower, is behind in the count again. He deals. And there's a cold strike. A fastball in the inside corner. And the count is 2-1. And in the first 3 months of the Major League season this year, as of late June, he was at it again. As he swings and misses at a cutter away, and it's 2-2. Of the 20 hardest hit balls, or of the 9 hardest hit homers in the first 3 months, he had 6 of them. As Armbruster misses with a fastball up, ball 3. It's going to be something that the baseball really covets more and more in the game in the coming generations. Exit velocity. As a look to first, and Gasper with a 3-2 count. Dives back to the bag safely. Now Stanton, who came into the game well before the exit velo StatCast era, is now the king of it. 3-2. And he reaches and lifts a foul. Straight back out of play. Again, a hard slider, more like a cutter at 88, right on the outside corner. 1-0 Bowie leads, top of the third inning. 3-2 the count to Stanton. Armbruster throws. Swing and a miss, he got him. He beat him with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Just beneath the belt on the inside part of the plate. Now there's a moment that Armbruster's going to remember for a long, long time. Now he walks the 9-hole hitter, falls down 3-1 to Volpe, gets a fly ball out, goes down 2-0 to Stanton, gets the strikeout, and here's Austin Wells, a former first-rounder as well, and he swings through a fastball on the inside half of the plate. Strike one. Wells just 1 for 13 in this series, a ball player that was twice drafted by the Yankees. They drafted him out of high school. Pitch. There's a line drive to right. Rhodes coming in on it, makes the catch with the sun right in his eyes, and with it the inning is over. So Armbruster walks the 9-hole hitter, but then works through the top third of the vaunted Somerset order. And we head to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Well, it's the night that all Orioles fans should have circled on their calendar. Sunday, August 21st, when the Baysox celebrate Birdland. We know you're already loud and proud at Prince George's Stadium, but you don't want to miss this game, as the Baysox will be giving away special mystery autographed items from the 2022 team. The first 750 fans ages 3 and up will receive a mystery autographed item, so be sure to get your tickets fast. Sunday, August 21st, the Birdland celebration. Go to Baysox.com.
So we head to the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 the Baysox lead it. And now a second time to the order against this young right-hander, Randy Vasquez, in his 21st start of the year here with Somerset. They jumped on him early in the first as a breaking ball stays off the outside, ball one. Here to Colton Cowser. Cowser and Ortiz each singled first pitch swinging to open the game. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball cutting it just a bit low. And it's 2-0 here to Cowser, who had such a rare tough night last night. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. And he got tossed as he whistles a foul on a line drive right back to the screen. Boy, Colton was right on that 94-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, there's not too many nits to pick with the outstanding year Cowser has had. He's hitting .322 in Bowie. As here it comes, and a fastball up high, ball 3. But he has struck out a little bit more than he would like, 125 times in 103 games between two levels. Pitch, and he takes a sinking strike on the inside half of the plate, 3-2. They're really trying to bust him in this series. Pitch, down and inside, ball 4. He threw him another sinker. Boy, that two-seamer really had run, but it missed badly. And Cowser aboard again. It's just what he does. And Joey Ortiz now will stand in. Well, this right-hander Vasquez is so interesting how the trajectory of your career can change in an instant. 2 years ago, he was going to be in a trade, as there's a breaking ball strike to get ahead 0-1. When the Yankees were trading the Texas Rangers for the powerful outfielder Joey Gallo, who they just traded to the Dodgers, this righty was going to go to the Rangers. As a breaking ball strike on the inside at the knees, it's 0-2. But a big leaguer for the Rangers, a left-handed pitcher named John King, got injured right before the deal went down. As here's the pitch, and a high fastball lifted foul out of play, off to the right side. That was 96 at the top of the zone. And the count stays 0-2. And when King got injured, it changed the framework of the deal. And Vasquez was pulled out of the trade, stayed in the Yankees system. As he looks to first, and back is Cowser. He is a pitcher that has two things that you can't really teach. Great velocity, but also an incredible spin rate. The revolutions of the baseball as a breaking ball fouled away into the seats to our right. He throws both a curveball and a slider, and they both have an enormous amount of spin to it. It makes the break very tight and tough for a hitter. 0-2 coming. Breaking ball grounded left side. Through! It's a base hit. A broken bat single to left off the bat of Ortiz. Ortiz is 2 for 2 tonight and one at bat there. He gets down 0-2 on 2 breaking balls. He fights off 96 at the top of the zone and then grounds a breaking ball down through the left side of the infield. And the Baysox, the top of the order, nearly provided a big inning in the first. And there's 2 on, nobody down. Here's Connor Norby in this third. Last night's hero. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball driven to left. Lockridge back at it. It's over his head and it's off the wall. It bounds beyond him. Around to score Cowser. Ortiz around for the plate and he's home. He slides in safely on the 2-run double off the bat of Connor Norby. And the Baysox have a 3-0 lead. And the top 3 in the lineup do it again. Cowser, Norby, or check that. Cowser, Ortiz, and Norby all singled in the first. Norby's got all 3 RBIs in this game. But Bowie then got a strikeout and lined into a double play. And they only got 1 run out of what looked like it could be a big early inning. But now here come the Baysox, who in this series have scored in double figures twice in their 4 games prior, and they are off to a big offensive start. Boy, it looked like Vasquez was starting to settle in after 3 hits to open the game. And here is Hudson Haskin. Well, there's still nobody out here. 2 runs are in. Norby has driven home 3. And Haskin batting, slightly open stance on the right side. He shows bunt. He lays it down third base side. If it stays fair, it's rolling. It's fair, it's fair, it's fair. It's foul. That ball went foul when Haskin was already through the bag at first. It was on the grass of the infield. The infield's grass does not run up to the foul line. There's a part of the infield dirt that is in fair territory, but it just had a little bit too much momentum, so when it rolled off of the grass into the dirt, it just had enough to get over the line as well. The count is 0-1. Chaparro, the Somerset third baseman, is even with the grass, almost in the cutout there at third. He is playing in. As Bowie trying to maximize a big early inning rally. They're trying to get the count right. The home plate umpire, Tom Fornarola. And now they have it at 0-1. Off the back at second, Norby. And here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt. And a nice pick by the catcher, Wells. It skidded into his mitt, which was positioned to his backhand side. And the count is 1-1. Hard to believe this righty Vasquez only has one win in 20 starts proceeding, but that one win was his last time out 6 nights ago against Hartford. As there's a ball hit the other way, it's a base hit. Right fielder Dunham charges. They're going to hold Norby at third, and the Baysox have the first 4 men on in this third inning. Runners are at the corners, still nobody out. 2 runs are in, and here is Cesar Prieto. I think it's almost silly to say that any other team in this Eastern League has more firepower up and down their lineup than Bowie. You just got to stay away from the big inning as a pitcher. Here it comes. And a sinking delivery just a little bit low. For ball 1 here to Prieto at 89 miles an hour. Well, my goodness, Bowie off to a big start, and that was another inside-out single from Haskett. As Prieto takes the fastball up and away at 96, it's 2-0. Cesar hitting .282 in his tenure with Bowie. Here's the pitch, and it misses away for ball 3. What a year he has had. It's so hard to transition culturally, everything off the field, from being in Cuba a year ago to here playing professionally every night in the States. As there's a fastball at the knees and the count 3-1. Trying to pick up the culture, the language, everything off of the field, not being around family or friends. He's hit .298 this year between 2 levels. As Prieto takes off the outside, ball 4. And the bases are loaded. And all of a sudden, the Baysox have a chance to run and hide in this third inning. Already leading 3-0. And here's Maverick Hanley, who hit a homer off of the pitch clock, maybe about 20 feet to the left of the 405 side. In straightaway center last night. It was his 9th of the year. Bowie's catcher tonight, the DH, as he takes a breaking ball sweeping well off the outside. Wells really had to range a way to bring that in. And the count 1-0. And Hanley doesn't like to break out the suitcase. He loves it here at home. Here's the pitch. And he swings weakly through another breaking ball that was heading away. Got fooled by that one. And the count 1-1. Of the 9 homers Maverick has hit, 7 of them have been here at gorgeous Prince George's Stadium. The 1-1 coming. And another cutting breaking ball, this time off the outside at 81 miles an hour. And the count 2 balls and a strike. He's also hit .252 at home and just .218 on the road. The next one, swing at a chopper foul into the netting right near the Somerset on deck circle, third base side. Good fastball. Actually, that might have been that little cutter in, cutting sinker maybe even at 88 miles an hour. It's got some run to it, but the velocity is well off of the fastball. Count 2-2, he throws. Swing and a miss. They beat him with the heat, and that's a huge out. 96 miles an hour on the outside corner. And the third strikeout of the night for Vasquez is the biggest. Now there's one down. And now if you're Somerset, this is the time you can get off the mat and get back into the fight, right? I mean, if the Patriots are able to get a double play ball here or minimize the damage, that could be huge. Here's the pitch, and it's off the outside, ball 1. The Rhodes walked his first time up. The bases are loaded, one down, 2 runs are in, 3-0 Bowie leads. Last of the third. Vasquez at the belt, sets and deals. And it misses away, a breaking ball. And the count is 2-0 here to Rhodes. And Vasquez, that was his 51st pitch of the night. No, it's been a long night early on. The next one, swing and a miss. He beat him with a fastball. And a fastball count above the knees on the inner half of the plate. Power against power right there. Off third, Norby. Off second, Haskin. At first, Prieto pitch. Swing and a lifted pop. Foul ground right side. Gasper coming over, but it's got enough to get into the seats. Maybe about 3 rows in back of the Baysox dugout. And the count 2-2. Vasquez, a right-handed pitcher. Rhodes a righty. You got another righty on deck. Toby Welk. Infield at double play depth. Well off the bag at first, Gasper. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper right side. Bastidas gloving, flipping for one. Oh, they didn't get the out. It rolls away. 1 run is home. An enormous mistake on a possible double play ball. And it's a 4-0 Baysox lead. And there's never a good time for a defensive faux pas, but especially there. You had a chance at a double play. They were shifted a bit, so Volpe had to go a long way to get to the bag at second, and the flip was wide of the bag. He could not bring it in. It is an RBI for Rhodes. The bases remain loaded. Here's Welk, and he takes a breaking ball strike. But that is a pivotal play. That's going to be an E4. You turn 2, it's 3-0 to the fourth. But now it's a 4-0 game. The bases remain loaded, and there's only 1 man out. The next one, and a foul on the ground. Struck back towards the backstop on a fastball at the knees. Activity has commenced in the Somerset bullpen. Stephen Jennings, a 23-year-old right-hander, is up and throwing in the Patriots' pen. The 0-2 pitch, and it's very low. Taken for ball 1 by Welk. Now, Welk is the 8th batter of the inning. He popped out to Bastidas, the second baseman, in shallow right. His first time. Now the 1-2 coming. Breaking ball, cued foul right off the end of the bat. He just did get a piece. You always look at the exit velocity when they hit it hard. He hit that 42 miles an hour. The opposite. But Welk stayed alive. You live to see another one here. Norby off third. Prieto at second, Rhodes at first. And a swing and a ground ball near the back at third, but foul. Backhanding it right in back of the bag. On his second hop was Chaparro, but the home plate umpire, Tom Fornarola, that's a tough call for him. There's only 3 umpires, so there's not an ump at third. And Fornarola was really right on that call. 3 runs in, the bases loaded, and 1 down in the third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper, foul again outside third. That one was a bit easier to call by our home plate umpire tonight. And we'll do it again with a count 1-2. Even if Vasquez doesn't allow any more runs, the pitch count is really rising here. He throws. Another foul as Welk was right on that fastball on the outer half of the plate. About thigh high at 95 miles an hour. On deck, one of the clutchest hitters we have seen in Bowie in some time, catcher Cody Roberts. Count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop behind the plate, but it's got enough to get out of play. It'll in fact land maybe 10 rows in front of our broadcast locale. And Welk stays in there, hanging in there again. He's about to see the 7th pitch of the at-bat here. It stays a ball and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And another foul. A pop behind the plate. Wells coming back near the screen. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Oh, the Baysox were hoping that it grazed the screen. He reached up and away from his body as if to bring it in. And Kyle Moore, the Baysox manager, is saying they think he caught it off of the screen. And he might ask Tom Fornarola, the home plate umpire, to talk to Matt Collion, the third base umpire, and Jae-Young Kim, the first base umpire, to see if they had a different vantage point. And the umpiring trio is going to come together. And at the same time, Somerset, their, I believe, pitching coach, is coming out to talk things over here. The question is not whether the ball was caught by Wells, but did it hit the net and then carom into his glove? And the ruling is that it did not hit the net, and that's a huge out in the ball game. A second out. There's 2 down, and that's going to be the end of the day for the right-hander Vasquez. So he departs after 2 2/3 innings. We'll tell you about the new Somerset right-hander when we return. Bases loaded, 2 down in the 3rd. It's 4-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
New pitcher is on. It's the right-hander Steven Jennings. After Vasquez allowed 6 hits, 4 runs so far. He did strike out 3 in 2 2/3 innings. Bases are loaded. 2 men down. A chance for the Baysox to break it open right here. 4-0 they lead it as Jennings sets and delivers. And a check swing, but Roberts went too far. Kind of a 3/4 cut per se. And it's strike 1 on a breaking ball away. Jennings 3-2 with a 4.42 ERA. He's been in Somerset all year as he delivers, and a fastball beneath the knees, and the count evens 1-1. Tonight, in fact, is 38th outing of the year with the Patriots, and that leads the team, and by a good amount. Though he has been a regular, dependable bullpen arm for Somerset. He throws, and a fastball in there at the knees on the outside corner. A borderline pitch, and the count 1-2. That's one of those little things. That could be a game-changing pitch right there. The runners will run with contact with 2 down from every base. As Jennings sets to the letters and throws. And a hard breaking ball darting down and away. That time Roberts able to lay off of it. And they count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Roberts does have 34 RBIs in 61 games this year. The 2-2. Swing and a lifted foul off a fastball down, out of play right side. It was over the outer half and at the knees. That was a really good pitch that he was able to waste. Final line on Vasquez, well, we don't know the runs yet, but he allowed 6 hits, walked 2, and he struck out 3. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes again. Here it comes. And a breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. And that was a bit of a hanger. It started up and in. It broke down right over the heart of the plate. But Roberts cuts through it, and with it, the inning is over. But the Baysox do get a big inning. They scored 3 runs in the frame, and they do it sending 9 men to the plate. On to the 4th, 4-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Now the Baysox do get the big inning. Yes, they left them loaded, but they get 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. And it is a 4-0 Bowie lead as a first pitch breaking ball fouled back this way. That's going to land just to our right. And the count is 0-1. Here to Everson Pereira, the cleanup hitter. Pereira doubled his first time up on a hard ground ball to left center. The pitch. And a broken bat roller to short. Ortiz charging the glove. And on to first in time. And with that one retired. Well, when you've got a solid lead as a pitcher, you want to be a strike thrower, even though you might not get as many strikeouts. You want to kind of pitch to contact many a time. Force the other team to beat you. As here's the tough Elijah Dunham. Right fielder standing in from the left side. And the pitch. And he swings through a cutting breaking ball off the inside. And the count is 0-1. And Armbruster has been that type of pitcher in Bowie. I mean, he's got great velocity, but he's also had great command. He throws, and a breaking ball misses away. And the count is 1 strike. Armbruster has walked 2 tonight, but he had only walked 5 in better than 40 innings with Bowie this year. As there's a rocket shot in and out of the glove of Welk. It's a race to first, and Welk wins it. Well, Dunham hit it. It was a missile. 107 miles an hour off the bat. And he had already stopped when that ball hit the mitt of Welk. But it went in and out of the mitt. And in the end, Welk picked it up. And the race was on, and Welk won it. And there's 2 down. As Armbruster will now deal to Andres Chaparro. 4-0 Bowie. Top of the 4th. Pitch. And a fastball misses a bit low. And the count 1 and no strikes. Armbruster has now thrown 62 pitches here. As a breaking ball bends down and away. Ball 2. So Norby's well up the middle. Ortiz way in the hole. It's short. Bowie with an elaborated shift here, as much as they can do so with this season's rules. As a pitch misses down low, and the count is 3 balls and no strikes. You gotta have all your feet on the dirt as well, as there's a cold strike. So you can't be standing in the outfield grass as an infielder. And you gotta have 2 on one side and 2 on the other. 3-1. And a swing and a foul. He went off speed. And the count 3-2 as Chaparro was out in front of it. The Chaparro, who has homered twice in this series, really put his name on the map with a breakout performance in last year's Arizona Fall League. The 3-2. Swing and a lifted foul. Out of play right side. A pitch right near the outside corner. And it's still 3-2. We talked about exit velocity earlier tonight. Chaparro hit a 117-mile-an-hour homer in the Fall League. A Stantonian home run. Here's the 3-2. And 2 tall with a fastball. And there's the third walk issued by Armbruster today. 93 out of the zone, up high there. And Chaparro on with 2 down. And Brandon Lockridge to the plate. You don't just say, oh, well, the guy hit 280, he had a good year anymore, right? There are so many ways to value a ball player as a hitter. And how hard they hit the ball stands out. The pitch and a big swing and a miss for strike 1. As once again, Armbruster, he's throwing a lot of those sliders tonight. That was at 87 miles an hour. The 0-1 coming, and it's off the outside to even it up 1-1. Another off-speed delivery. Now, when you hit it 117 off the bat, scouts say, well, this guy's got some potential at the highest level of the game. 1-1, and a breaking ball lifted, foul, straight back out of play. Actually, Armbruster might have just taken a little bit off of that heater, had a little bit more movement than usual to hit it. 91 miles an hour. And he's ahead 1-2. 4-0 Bowie. The Baysox leading. 2 down, runner at first in the 4th. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. It was a breaking ball up in the zone, and Lockridge cuts beneath it. The 3rd strikeout of the night for Armbruster ends the inning for Somerset. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
The Baysox are calling all deadheads to make their way out to Prince George's Stadium on Friday, August 26th for Grateful Dead Night. With special themes and music all night throughout the game, it'll culminate in a Grateful Dead-themed fireworks show to cap the evening. Fans who purchase a special package ticket will receive a limited edition Baysox Grateful Dead t-shirt collaboration and a ticket to the game, so be sure to get there. Friday, August 26th, it's Grateful Dead Night at the ballpark. Find out more at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Welcome back here to Bowie. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's a 4-0 Baysox lead. And here's Cowser to lead off for a 3rd time today. in for the left side, the pitch, and he swings and lines it up the middle, but coming in on it to make maybe about a shin-high catch on almost a sinker off of the bat. That had a lot of topspin to it. The catch made by Volpe, and a second time that Kauser swings to the first pitch tonight. And now Joey Ortiz, 2 for 2 today, will stand in. Just unbelievable the second half of the year Ortiz is having. He's playing at an MVP level. As Jennings throws, and it's down low. A sinking offering, ball 1. Ortiz had 29 RBIs in the first 3 months, 64 games of the year. 1-0 coming. There's a high drive, my goodness. But it is well foul off to the left side. That is going to leave the stadium's premises. Ortiz, though, in June, or I should say, here in the last 2 months, July and August, he's got 40 RBIs in 39 games. 1-1, and it's in there at the knees. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and they count 1-2. It has been a special run, and he's having another big week. He's 7 for 17 in this series. The 1-2 pitch, and it's on the outside corner, a cold strike 3. Beautiful fastball at 93 miles an hour. Jennings has struck out 2 of the 3 he's faced tonight. And now Connor Norby will come to the plate. And for the first time in this ball game, the top of the order is not feasting for Bowie. Here's Norby, hitless in the first 2 games of the series, but 7 for 12 since, as he takes a breaking ball down low, ball 1. He had 3 hits, including the game-winning hit in the bottom of the 10th inning last night. As Jennings is ready, the 1-0 coming, and it's in there, a cold strike, an off-speed pitch, down in the zone, and they count 1-1. The Baysox lead 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch, and a fastball missing low, ball 2. Norby has hit more home runs over the course of the year, no matter which level, than any other Baysox player this year on the current roster. 2-1 pitch, and it's in there, a fastball strike on the outside corner. He's hit 17 home runs between Aberdeen and Bowie. Of course, 9 of them have come with the Baysox in this second half of the year. Jennings delivers, and a breaking ball dives down and away, and they count 3-2. Norby's 2 for 2 tonight, and he's driven home 3 of the 4 Baysox runs. And he was batting right at the top of the order. He's slotted into the 3-hole here of late. Pitch, and it's off the outside, ball 4. It didn't miss by much, but it did miss. Wells, the catcher, tried to frame it up, but Tom Fornarola, our home plate umpire, did not take the sales call. And now Hudson Haskin will bat. Runner first, 2 down. He's had a few hits in this series that were just like his hit in the 3rd, a pitch in which he hit the inside of the baseball and hit it to right. It's hard to do that as he takes down and away a fastball, ball 1. Haskin has not just done that, though he hit a homer in each of the first 2 games of this series. Another top 2-round pick in this lineup. As the runner goes, the pitch, and it's a cold strike and no throw made. Norby steals the bag. In his time with the Baysox, it's his 6th steal. That's a big steal because he's now into scoring position with 2 down in the inning. Norby, a second-rounder. Haskin, a second-rounder. We just saw Adam Hall today go to AAA Norfolk. He was a second-rounder. As a swing and a ground ball, left side and through. It's a base hit. Norby's going to turn third, and he's going to score. How How big was that stolen base? It pays immediate dividends. Haskin with his second hit of the night, an RBI single, and all of a sudden it's a 5-0 Baysox lead. Wow. That's just great baseball. You get a 2-out walk. You steal second. It's amazing they weren't paying him any attention. And Norby was able to steal the bag without a throw. And then the ground ball single, and Bowie is up big tonight. Here's Prieto. And a look to first. And diving back to the bag safely is Haskell. Well, Bowie has had the top of their order bat in the first, third, and fourth innings. They got 1 in the first, 3 in the third, and now our run is into the fourth. And they're not done yet. The pitch. And Prieto lays off a fastball, but it is a strike on the outer edge. A low 90s heater, 0-1. 5 runs on 7. It's for Bowie. No runs on 1 hit with a costly error for Somerset. As a changeup tap foul. Prieto chasing a pitch off the outside. And it's now 0-2. Giancarlo Stanton would bat 4th in the next inning. He's due up 4th for the Patriots. Tonight's designated hitter. First game back off of an Achilles injury. Last played on July 23rd. 0-2 coming. And a ground ball chop weakly right side. Charging Bastidas, gloving at second. And a short throw to first is in time to get Prieto and end Bowie's 4th. Well, the Baysox get a 2-out rally, a walk, a steal, and then a Haskin RBI single. And we head to the 5th. The Baysox lead it 5-0 on the Baysox Baseball Network.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
All on to the 5th inning we go. 5-0 Bowie leads with the call. Here's Matt Sabatis.
Armbruster back to work to face off against 9-1-2 in the Somerset lineup, starting with the switch hitter Mickey Gasper. First pitch in is called a strike on the upper inside corner. I said it's Gasper. It's Jesus Bastidas. Gasper will bat second. He's on deck. So 1-0 to start here on Bastidas as that pitch missed low. The next offering tails too far outside a slider. Run it to 2-0. 3 walks against 3 strikeouts already for Armbruster today, but he's only allowed the 1 base hit, a double with 2 outs in the first inning. 2-0, misses inside. Fastball runs to 3-0, but he has been around the zone, dancing a little bit. This is up there for one of his season high. It's actually a career high, tying 3 walks today, and to have Bastidas already at 3-0 is not the best. Next pitch is called a strike. On a high fastball, count runs to 3-1. But hey, it happens. Not every day is going to be your best day on the mound. The fact of the matter is Armbruster is getting the weak contact. 3-1 pitch is skied high out toward left field, carrying a tad, but should stay in. As Haskin reads it in front of the warning track and now backs up to put his ankles on the dirt before finally bringing it down. One away, and now here's Mickey Gasper, so still partly right, just, one batter ahead. Gasper drew a walk back in the third inning. It has been a lengthy day in total for Armbruster, as he is now up to 77 pitches with just one out recorded in the fifth inning. But with Bowie ahead 5-0 here in the fifth, he can finish out this frame and call it a day with a chance to earn his fourth win. First pitch to Gasper is called a strike. The switch hitter batting lefty watches a fastball nick the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Again, Gasper walked back in the third inning. He didn't get past first base. And time called as Armbruster was delivering. He had brought it home, but the umpire had moved out from behind home plate as Gasper was backing out. The count stays at 0-1. Now, you shouldn't be granting time that late into the delivery. The 0-1 pitch misses under the knees and runs the count even at 1. Granted, Armbruster doesn't have too much extra bits and pieces to his motion. After he comes set, it's a very low kick, and he's going as the 1-1 pitch misses inside. Runs the count to 2 balls and a strike on Gasper. He constantly works out of the stretch. There's not really any bells and whistles to it. Armbruster just goes out, keeps his body tight, and throws. The 2-1 is popped up foul, third base side. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Bowie leads 5-0 here in the top of the fifth inning, they're getting the outcome they need. Unfortunately, though, as we always keep our eye here this late season on Erie, the Erie Seawolves are putting together a good offensive day against Akron in their own right. They lead 8-2 in the sixth. The 2-2 pitch here is hammered out to deep right field and gone. Rhodes runs back, but there it goes. A massive blast for Mickey Gasper. His 8th of the season puts Somerset on the board. 104 miles an hour off the bat, 377 feet away from home plate, and it's 5-1. Gasper turned on a changeup that sat middle. Tough place to put that pitch, but still with plenty of run support. That is Gasper's second home run against Bowie this season, after having one back when these two teams met in July at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. So now here's Anthony Volpe as the shutout is over. First pitch to Volpe, misses up and inside a fastball, and it's 1-0 to start. Well, pitches on the zone have been a little tough for Armbruster here in this half inning. But again, it had been mostly weak contact for him as the next offering is hammered out to right field again. Sends Rhodes ranging back, but he looks to have it read. Reaches high just against the warning track and makes the catch. 2 away. So now what will be the third and most likely final battle between Armbruster and Giancarlo Stanton, as Armbruster has won the first 2 matches, got Stanton to ground out hard to third in the first inning, struck him out swinging with a fastball up and in the third inning. Bases empty, 2 away here in the fifth, the first pitch. And Stanton watches a low called strike, lower inside corner. It's 0-1 on that slider. Hard shift on with the shortstop playing pretty much in a third base role. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Slider down and away, and Armbruster has Stanton behind 0-2. The lumbering 6'6" right-hander, the 0-2 pitch, misses well outside. Couldn't get him to chase as the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. 24 home runs in 80 games with the Yanks this season. They need him back fast. The 1-2 pitch, fouled off just a piece to the right side on another slider. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. The tailspin that the Yankees have been in lately really necessitates a quick return from Stanton. They might have him back after just these 2 rehab games. Another 1-2 pitch. Outside, a fastball runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last 3 pitches for Armbruster have all hit on the outside edge. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another slider down and away, and Armbruster strikes out Stanton for the second time tonight. His 4th on the day, and it's a scoreless 5th. Halfway home here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie leads 5-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
There's plenty going on at the ballpark on Saturday, August 27th. Bowie will be hosting a special tribute to Negro League Baseball, as well as an exhibit presented by the Josh Gibson Foundation with special artifacts from the Hall of Famer's career, as well as the Baysox huge Touch a Truck event featuring dozens of construction, excavation, emergency vehicles, and trucks for all fans to enjoy and interact with exhibits as well. It begins at 4:30 and is going to run till 6:30 ahead of the 6:35 game. It's all presented by Miss Utility and comes your way on a busy Saturday, August 27th, so get your tickets at Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
We're on to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie nurses a 5-1 lead. I said erroneously that it was a scoreless fifth inning for Justin Armbruster. He did allow the solo home run to Mickey Gasper, but of course I was more concerned about the strikeout of Giancarlo Stanton. That's what got me fired up as much as it did Armbruster. As we move to the bottom of the fifth, Stephen Jennings continues his relief appearance. First pitch to Maverick Handley is skied high to right field. Foul ground, gets out of play. Gasper gives it a look, but it'll tail out. And the count starts out at 0-1 on Handley. 6, 7, and 8 in the Bowie lineup set to bat with Handley, then John Rhodes and Toby Welk. Those three are a combined 0 for 5 today. Rhodes had an RBI in the third inning. Handley 0 for 2, and he struck out his last time up. As Jennings holds and fires the 0-1, Handley bounces it to third. And it's under the glove of the shortstop. Volpe took a reach at it, and it hit off of the bottom of his glove. Pretty much came to a stop in shallow left field. So deep in the hole that has to be a base hit. Handley is going to extend his hit streak to 3 consecutive games now and make it 5 of his last 6. So a leadoff base runner for Bowie. Again, third inning today out of the 5 played. They've gotten the first batter on base. And in an inverse of yesterday, the first 2 came around to score. Talk about that in a second as John Rhodes steps in. First pitch home, and Rhodes cracks it foul right side. 0-1 to start on a fastball. Remember yesterday when Bowie had 5 innings getting the leadoff batter on base and only scored one of those batters on a solo home run. Today, Colton Cowser has led off the first and the third innings by reaching safely. He scored both times. Long hold for Jennings. Finally the 0-1 to Rhodes, and it's fouled off again right side. Run the count already to 0-2. As Bowie has right-hander warming in the bullpen. That looks to be Jensen Elliott. As he'll replace Justin Armbruster following a winning effort from Justin. 5 strong innings, only 1 run allowed. Give you his full line when he enters. Elliott, that is. As the 0-2 to Rhodes is swung on and missed away. A back pick to first bounces in, so it does not elicit a tag, but Rhodes strikes out. Third punch out for Stephen Jennings, already the 6th on the day for Somerset pitching. After Somerset as a staff yesterday struck out 17 batters in just 9 innings. They didn't pick up a strikeout in that extra inning. That's 17 strikeouts, tied a season high for an opposing pitching staff against Bowie this year. And now Somerset gets an arm up in their bullpen as the first pitch to Toby Welk is popped foul. Gets out of play right side, and the count opens at 0-1. It's an 0 for 2 day for Welk. Hasn't gotten it out of the infield. He's popped out both times, once to second and once to the catcher. Somerset's left-hander, their only lefty in the bullpen, Matt Minnick, is loosening. It'd be his second appearance. At least in this series, I should say. Jennings still holds, fires the 0-1, and it's lifted up the line, first base side, but slicing. It'll get out of play. Falls down probably at the doorstep of the Baysox clubhouse. Count to 0-2 on Welk. And Minnick has actually made 27 appearances this season, so this has been such an intense series that it's really isolated itself into memory right now. I haven't remembered too much from that 2-week road trip. The 0-2. This is high, a fastball, count to a ball and 2 strikes. There are a lot of factors that may have slowed the memory on that 2-week road trip. Just the length itself. And then the multitude of 1-run and walk-off losses in the second week against Akron. It was a very lengthy few days. For the team, too. Can't take that away. As the 1-2 pitch is pop foul again right side. Gets out of play. As the count holds. A runner at first, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Bowie holds on to a 5-1 edge. A nice cloudless evening here at Prince George's Stadium. Still a small bit of sunlight left, but the lights carrying most of the load. Still a handful of good seats left, but another great turnout here for Washington Capitals night at the ballpark. The 1-2. Welk swings and misses on a slider in the other batter's box. That was a great pitch by Jennings. 4th strikeout for him, and let's see if that's going to be his day. I don't imagine it is, since he's facing Roberts, still a right-hander. Yeah. Jennings will stay in. Minnick will just get to continue warming if the inning gets out of hand. But yeah, the Capitals really turned out. Brought out a couple of inflatables from Capital One Arena. And had the mascot here as well. First pitch into Roberts is smoked up the line foul. First base side and out of play. Bowie's been getting a handful of those. Toby Welk probably had 3 different foul balls skied in that same direction in his plate appearance. But Roberts falls behind 0-1 to start. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts, including one against Jennings. Roberts the first batter to face Jennings twice. As Hanley still leads off of first following his infield single. Next pitch. Just misses, away at the knees. A ball and a strike here. 5-1 Bowie as they try to win their 3rd consecutive game, take an edge in this series, set themselves up for a potential series win tomorrow. Here's the 1-1, and Roberts swings and misses. Another slider down and away, it's 1-2. If Bowie can win out the weekend, they would end the season with a 12-game split of Somerset. Each team would have won 6 games of the season series, and that tells you how tight it's going to be should Bowie potentially make the playoffs. Somerset is going to be the team to beat in the Eastern League, considering they're standing in both the first and second half. They've already punched their ticket. Pickoff throw to first. Hanley was starting his secondary lead, but he was able to scamper back. Jennings did telegraph the throw a little bit with his legs as we wait on the 1-2 pitch to Roberts. Yeah, at this rate, considering Richmond, the first half winner in the Southwest, has a 14-28 record in the second half, it really looks like the second half winner is going to cruise into the Eastern League Finals. 1-2 pitch to Roberts is swung on and missed for strike 3. Another slider down and away, and after a leadoff single by Maverick Hanley, Steven Jennings strikes out the side. He's up to 5 on the day, 8 overall for Somerset in the pitching staff. On to the 6th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Justin Armbruster finishes his day. Bowie leads 5-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. You've got 4 fireworks shows in August to watch out for: Friday the 19th, Saturday the 20th, Friday the 26th, and Saturday the 27th. Hope to see you there.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Well, it was a strong performance for Justin Armbruster as we move into the 6th inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie leading 5-1. 5 innings for Armbruster, just 1 run allowed on 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. And as Jensen Elliott takes over, we hand it off to Adam.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. So here's the 3-hole hitter, Austin Wells, who's in from the left side. And Elliott throws. And a fastball, tap foul on the ground, back towards the backstop. And with it, the count is 0-1. What a strong outing once again by Armbruster, who's in line for what would be a 4th win. He would be 4-0 in 10 outings, 6 of them starts with the Baysox. Here's the pitch, and it sinks beneath the knees. And the count evens here, and a ball and a strike. Elliott is 6-2. He's been the winningest Bowie pitcher, especially out of the pen this year, as there's a lifted foul out of play left side off a mid-90s fastball. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 6-2 with a solid 4.31 ERA. This is 25th outing of the year. Now he's ahead 1-2 on Wells. 3-hole hitter. Here's the pitch. And a fastball up high. Wells did not chase. And the count evens 2-2. This is 3, 4, and 5 in the Somerset order. Giancarlo Stanton has gone 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts tonight, as there's a ground ball outside first. And the count remains 2-2 as Elliott took a little bit off there. No, we don't expect Stanton to continue on in this one further. The designated hitter got 3 trips. Pitch, swinging a line drive, base hit to right. Boy, Elliott threw a pretty good pitch there. A fastball at the knees on the inside part of the plate. And Wells shows his outstanding bat speed. That was a 96 mile-an-hour fastball. And it's lined into right for a base hit. That is not an easy pitch to get around on, to put it mildly. And here is Everson Pereira, who has doubled. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Yes, Elliott throws, and it's off the outside, a fastball, ball 1. Elliott did throw earlier in this series, so that's what happens when you're a reliever in now a 6-game series, not a 3 or 4 gamer. Here's the pitch, breaking ball inside. It never had the plate. 2-0 to Pereira. You've got to face the same team twice in a row. He worked a scoreless inning facing 5 batters. What was now 4 nights ago. Pitch, swing and a chopper off the plate near the third base line, but it's foul outside of it. And they count 2-1 here to Pereira. Well, Elliott began the year in Aberdeen, made 4 appearances with the Ironbirds, worked 12 innings, and joined the Baysox early on in the year on May the 4th. Count 2-1. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss to a fastball right on the outside corner, just above the knees. Count 2-2. Boy, you keep throwing that heater on the edges. With that velo, you're going to do well. He delivers, and it's off the outside this time at 96 with that fastball. 3-2 the count to Pereira. 5-1 Bowie leading, top of the 6th inning. As Elliott sets head high and throws. Swing and a miss, he got him. Right at the bottom of the zone at 92 miles an hour. It had a little bit of sing to it. That's a big, big out. You don't want to set the table for the big inning. And now Elijah Dunham, one of the best and most dangerous hitters in this league, will come to the plate. It's really remarkable Somerset is hit for so much power, but they also have a lot of speed. Dunham is one of 2 players leading the way in that as he takes a fastball in, ball 1. Think about it this way. The Baysox have been around for almost 30 years. They have 1 player that had a 2020 season. More than 20 homers and 20 or more steals in the same year. As that pitch just a bit down. Another heater, ball 2. That was DJ Stort who did it for Bowie in 2017. Somerset's got 2 players that could do it this year. As the pitch misses down and inside, and all of a sudden Elliott is down in the count 3-0. Volpe, the top prospect, has got 40 steals, and he's got 16 homers, so he's 4 homers away. And Dunham's in the same conversation as a heater misses just in, ball 4. He's got 32 steals, and he's got 15 homers, and he's got to hit 5 in the last month.
Third baseman, Andre Chavarro.
Well, first inning for Elliott, and he's going to have to work through a little bit of trouble here. 2 men are on, 1 man is down, and here is Andres Chaparro. And the pitch, and a breaking ball stays up and inside. Threw him the curve, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Once again, the final line for Armbruster, 5 innings, 2 hits. He allowed 1 run. He walked 3, and he struck out 4. As Baysox pitching coach Josh Conway is now coming out to talk things over here. He threw 90 pitches, 51 of them strikes. And half of his strikeouts, 2 of the 4, were Giancarlo Stanton, who grounded out sharply to third in the first. Struck out swinging through a fastball in the third, and then, boy, late in the start, Armbruster really had that slider going, and he threw a perfect slider with a 2-strike count, bending it from the top of the zone downward, and Stanton swung right over the top of it. Josh Conway goes out, a quick talk. Bowie did have a great night for their bullpen last night. A 3-2, 10-inning win. They led 5-0. It's now 5-1, but Somerset's threatening. Here's the pitch, and it's down and away. A fastball, ball 2. A left-hander's up and getting loose in the Patriots' pen. He would be their 3rd pitcher of the night. As here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side. Deep in the hole, Ortiz gloves. Woo, throw to second, and they get 1. You'll almost never see a throw to second from a shortstop of that depth. And Ortiz made it look easy. And in this juncture of the game, that's a pivotal play. Runners are now at the corners after the 4s. There's 2 down in the inning. And here's Lockridge. He went down to a knee, he backhanded it, and the transition from glove to hand was so quick as the fastball just does miss a bit low. 1-0 to Lockridge. And Ortiz made a strong, very accurate throw to Norby at second to get Dunham, who runs extremely well. Pitch, and it's a sinking fastball, strike of the knees, and the count evens here. At a ball and a strike. And I don't think Ortiz could have gotten an out at first in that spot. He throws. And a breaking ball grounded near the back at third. Prietos got it. Long throw in time. And with it, the inning is over. Oh, Somerset had 2 on and only 1 down, but they do not score. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-1 the Baysox lead it on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
We're still marveling at that defensive play by Joey Ortiz here in the press box. As one of the great poets of our time, the great Tina Turner once said, that was simply the best. Has anyone ever called Tina Turner a poet on a baseball broadcast before? Well, we just had a first. As we've got a new pitcher into the game, the left-hander Matt Minnick. Another very good reliever here for Somerset. Minnick, 27 outings, 4-2 with a stellar 2.22 ERA. Top of the order, Cowser leading off for a fourth time today. And he chased with a check swing that he went too far on a breaking ball off the outside. Ball one, or for a strike, I should say. So that's the third time he swung at the first pitch in 4 trips tonight. The next one. Yeah, this breaking ball bends down. And the count evens here at a ball and a strike. Cowser's reached base twice. And he's scored 2 runs in the game. 5-1. The Baysox lead it here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Minnick deals. And a swing and a miss through a fastball that had the plate at 90 miles an hour. And the count 1-2. That was a pitch to hit above the knees on the inner half. What a strong outing by Stephen Jennings out of the bullpen to keep Somerset in it. Pitch and a lifted foul fly out of play left side. Count staying 1-2. Jennings 2 1/3 innings. He allowed 2 hits and 1 run. He walked 1. Did strike out though 5 batters, so he got 7 outs, 5 via the K. Struck out his final 3 batters of the game. The pitch. And it's off the outside, a fastball. Count 2-2 to Cowser. Singled and scored in the first, walked and scored in the third. And again, leading off an inning for a 4th time in 6 innings for Bowie. He's truly been the leadoff hitter tonight. As he checked his swing on a breaking ball down the appeal. But he did not go, said third base umpire Matt Carlian. Each time Cowser has led off an inning tonight, the Baysox have scored. So the 3 innings he's led off, those are the innings in which Bowie has their 5 runs tonight. 3-2. And it's in there, strike 3 looking. No doubt about it. That was a fastball right down the middle. And you can feel somewhat silly when you take a pitch like that, but the reality is, it is so tough to pick up the spin on a baseball coming out of the hand. And unquestionably, Cowser thought it was going to be a breaking ball. And that thing just stayed right middle. Here's Joey Ortiz, the pitch, and a breaking ball strike on the inside. Well, when you look at stats as a broadcaster and you talk about a player like Ortiz, it's so easy to talk about what they're doing offensively. Pitch, swing and a miss through a changeup, count 0-2. But my goodness, Ortiz is a magician in the field. It just feels like he is a step above the rest. 0-2 coming. And a breaking ball bends down and inside. Ball one. The way Ortiz has played short since Gunnar Henderson and Jordan Westberg went up to AAA Norfolk months ago, it feels like you're watching one of the best shortstops in the major leagues play every night. As there's a swing and a chopper to third. Second hop gloving knee-high Chaparro. And he straightens up and throws out Ortiz. And there's 2 down in the 6th inning. It's something that the game of baseball has always had a tough time rating. When you play a position of such defensive importance, that's really the number one most important aspect of you as a ball player. As here's Norby, and he takes down low ball one, right? It's great that Adley Rutschman gets on base all the time, but him as a defensive catcher, how he calls the game, how he frames pitches, that's really the most important part of his game. As there's a fastball up high, and the count is 2-0. You look at a center fielder like Cedric Mullins, and how many plays does he make that save runs in the field? Well, Ortiz is the same. As a breaking ball bends down and inside, and it's 3-0 to Norby. Power hitting second baseman. 2 for 2 with a walk tonight. What a night it's been. Pitch, and it's on the outside corner with a fastball. Count 3-1. Norby singled homer run in the first. Then maybe the big hit of the game, doubling home 2 in the third, hitting it over the left fielder Lockridge. As he swings and gets another base hit. What a beautiful piece of hitting. On a fastball in, and he pulled a Hudson Haskett. He hit the inside of the ball on a fastball in, and he lines it into right field. And now here is Haskett. And of course the most famous hitter of the last generation in taking the pitch in as a right-handed batter and somehow hitting it the other way was Yankees great Derek Jeter. As here is Haskett, the pitch, and he takes a fastball strike at the knees, and they count 0-1. Feels like almost all Bowie's hits tonight have been right here at the top of the order. 8 of their 9 hits have been in the top 4 in the lineup, as time called by Haskett here. Now that's the thing about baseball, right? You want to put your hits together. So Somerset has gotten 5 through 9 out, but 1 through 4 has been a different story, to put it mildly. Pitch, swing and a miss. As Minnick took a little bit off on a pitch down, it's 0-2. Kowser's got a hit. Ortiz has 2 hits. Norby's got 3 hits. And here's Haskett, 2 for 3 tonight. Had an RBI single this last time up. Norby stole second with 2 down, and then Haskett singled him home. As Minnick throws. Oh, he hit him with a breaking ball. Wow. Haskett gets hit by a pitch more than any other Baysox. We might have to rename the ice bath there in the Baysox clubhouse after Haskett, unfortunately, with how many pitches he's worn this year. That is number 19. And fortunately, Haskett all right, not just after this one tonight, a breaking ball that got him in the leg. He's trying to kind of walk it off here. But Haskett a few nights ago, 2 nights ago in fact, got hit right around the jaw with a pitch. And he wears that extra flap over the jaw area. Not all players do, and it was extremely big for him. As here's Cesar Prieto, 2-on-2 down, and he swings it. It's a soft ground ball towards the middle, and the shortstop cutting across the bag at second. Gloves in Volpe to the right side of the bag, and he throws out Prieto to end the inning. The Baysox had 2 men on with 2 down, but they do not score. And we're on to the 7th from Prince George's Stadium, 5-1 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, Then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
There's plenty going on at the ballpark on Saturday, August 27th. Bowie will be hosting a special tribute to Negro League Baseball, as well as an exhibit presented by the Josh Gibson Foundation with special artifacts from the Hall of Famer's career, as well as the Baysox huge Touch a Truck event featuring dozens of construction, excavation, emergency vehicles, and trucks for all fans to enjoy and interact with exhibits as well. It begins at 4:30 and is going to run till 6:30 ahead of the 6:35 game. It's all presented by Miss Utility and comes your way on a busy Saturday, August 27th, so get your tickets at Baysox.com.
So we head to the 7th inning now, second inning of work for Baysox. Right-hander Jensen Elliott, after Armbruster worked 5 strong innings in the ball game. Bowie leads 5-1, 8-9-1 to bat for Somerset. Here is Jesus Bastidas, the pitch, and he swings and fouls one off the gear of the Baysox catcher, Cody Roberts. Strike one. Bastidas has flied out to left twice in this game tonight. He's hit some high fly balls in this one. The next pitch, and a chopper to short. Second up for Ortiz, gloving Biltai and making a perfectly accurate throw to get the out. One retired. And now Mickey Gasper. Earlier today, he hit his 8th homer in just game number 55. He's been outstanding. He'll stand in. If your name's Mickey, right, you got to be in the Yankees system. How many kids were named Mickey after the great Mickey Mantle a generation or two ago? As the pitch is down and inside. Count 1 and no strikes. Mantle came up with the Yankees, played alongside Joe DiMaggio in the 1951 season. As here's the pitch. And a fastball beats Gasper. He swings right on through it. And they count 1-1. And obviously, for the majority of the next 2 decades, he was the dominant force for the Yankees dynasty. 1-1. It's off speed and it's away. And they count 2 balls and a strike. Well, Mickey Gasper's a good baseball name, but it's even a better Yankee name. Pitch. And a chopper right side to his right to backhand Norby. On the run, sidearm fling in time for the second out of the inning. Back-to-back ground ball outs. Now 3 straight hit on the ground by Somerset. Now there's 2 down, and here is Anthony Volpe. And it is not Stanton getting into the on-deck circle, so the night is over for the New York Yankee All-Star. Here's the pitch. And Volpe takes off the outside. Fastball, ball 1. Volpe thought to be one of the top prospects in the game. And he had the biggest swing in the Eastern League this year. 1-0 coming. And it's just maybe a bit away. Looked like a strike, count 2-0. In a winner-take-all final game of the first half, in extra innings, Volpe hit a walk-off homer to send Somerset. As there's ball 3, a fastball missing away. To send Somerset to the postseason for the first time for them as a Yankee affiliate. Pitch, and it's in there, a strike. Now Trenton beat Bowie, the Yankees AA affiliate, in the 2019 Eastern League Championship Series. As here's the pitch. And there's a strike on the outside corner. the Thunder celebrated the title, and little did they know it would be their last moment in the Eastern League. We didn't have a 2020, and Somerset became the affiliate for 21 as Elliott misses away with a 3-2 fastball, and Volpe is on with a 2-out walk, and now we'll see the pinch hitter. And it is going to be number 23, Eric Wagaman. Now, Wagaman will stand in now. There's no difference in the field here. As some fans are booing Costandin's out of the game. It's kind of funny. Give Wagaman some love, Bowie. As here's the pitch from Elliott. And Wagaman takes a strike. A fastball on the outside corner. Now, once again, Stanton was the DH. So Wagaman will just come in a hitter's role. 5-1 Bowie. Runner at first, 2 down. Elliott's 0-1. And a changeup misses away. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Well, Volpe hit that homer, and it vaulted Somerset over Hartford and into the 2022 Eastern League playoffs. Richmond has the berth on Bowie's side of the ledger. Pitch, and it's off the outside, ball 2. Of course, the Baysox actually knocked Somerset out of the championship series last year when Bowie won on a Cody Roberts 8th inning 2 RBI base hit in a 3-run 8th inning rally against Altoona that sent Bowie to the finals. Here's the pitch. And it's in there, a strike on the outside, and the count 2-2. Somerset lost on the last day of the year to Akron, and that meant they needed Bowie to lose. It was a win, and you're in the finals game in Akron for Somerset. And in the end, they lost, and Bowie won as there's a swing and a line drive base hit. Into right center, cutting it off Rhodes. A strong turn, but holding it second is Volpe, who runs extremely well. And all of a sudden, Somerset not going quietly on this Saturday evening. They've got 2 men on, 2 down. And here is Austin Wells. Product of the University of Arizona. The same college his parents went to. Greg, who was a baseball player as well for the Wildcats. And his mother, Michelle, was a gymnast. As he's in from the left side, here's the pitch. And a swing and a tapper foul right behind the plate as Elliott went off speed at 82 miles an hour. And the count 0-1. So Wells, you're a catcher. You gotta have a lot of flexibility, right? And I know his father was a ball player, but we're going to give that part of his game to Mom. Here's the pitch. Is off speed and down. And the count 1-1. It doesn't hurt when you've got great athletic genes from both sides of the family. Count 1-1 to Wells. And who could be a better athlete than a gymnast? I mean, my goodness. Pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, right center, to his left, Kauser. It's playable, and he'll make the catch. And with it, the inning is over. So for a second consecutive frame, Somerset leaves 2 men aboard. And we now go to stretch time here at Prince George's Stadium. On to the last of the 7th, 5-1 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats, and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Well, the Bowie lead is 5-1. Here in this bottom of the seventh inning, here's Maverick Hanley as he'll stand in against the left-hander Matt Minnick. As Minnick sets and throws, and Hanley lifts a high pop-up right behind the plate. Wells coming back, nearing the screen, and this one did hit the screen. The Baysox argued earlier tonight that a baseball had hit the screen that Wells caught, but it was ruled to be an out in the end off the bat of Toby Welk. But there, that did hit the top of the netting and bounded away, and the count 0-1 to Hanley. Rhodes and Welk will follow. Once again, 5-1. The Baysox leader. They've been in control tonight. A 3-run third, the big inning. As this is well upstairs, and it actually skims off of the top of the mid of Wells like a stone on a pond and rolls back to the backstop. Bowie lost 2 in a row to begin this series. Here's the pitch, and it's up high, a fastball, ball 2. The second of those games, though, they had an enormous comeback. They were down 8-2, and they came back to tie it 9 apiece. As there's a high lifted pop-up, shallow center. Volpe really racing out, racing in Pereira, and Pereira, good communication, calls on Volpe and makes the running catch, coming in towards the infield at a fast clip, and one retired. That's one of those dangerous pop flies. As now John Rhodes bats over 2 with a walk and an RBI tonight. Well, Bowie loses that game 10-9 on a Wednesday night. Oh boy, that comeback in what in the end was a 5th consecutive defeat. Pitch, and it's up and away. An off-speed pitch missing badly. That may have really sparked something for this Baysox team. They scored 9 and lost on Wednesday. They came back with a 10-2 win on Thursday, and then finally won a close game last night. As a check swing the appeal, and yes, he did go too far, says Jae Young Kim, our first base umpire, on the Rhodes check swing, and I think he was correct in making that call. Down 1-1. They're shading to pull the pitch. Ground ball towards the middle, skipping off the hill, charging Volpe, gloving, throwing from in front of the second base bag on the run. And it's in time to get the out, 2 down in the inning. And now Toby Welk to the plate. Now really throughout this series, the Baysox pitching has been sterling. Other than that 10-9 defeat on Wednesday. They lost a low-scoring game on Tuesday. Last night was a 3-2 win as a breaking ball just goes all the way to the backstop without touching any leather. Down 1-0. That's one of those pitches you look down at your hand and you kind of blame your hand. As Minnick now delivers. Fastball and right on it. Well, squared it up, but he lined it foul right back into the screen. On a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. 5-1, the Baysox leading. Bottom of the 7th inning. Minnick now deals. And a lifted foul fly out of play right side. Count 1-2. That helicopter got so close to the field here, flying overhead. I thought it was going to drop 2,000 pounds of candy on the field. We just let some 7-year-olds run out there and gather it. That was always a promotion I loved here in Bowie. Count 1-2 to Welk. Here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt, and ouch, that came up. And on the bounce, it hit the left arm, I believe, of our home plate umpire, Tom Fornarola. He waves off the athletic training staff of the Baysox dugout. And Fornarola, almost like a hit by pitch for him. He's all right. Count 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on in the 7th. And here's the pitch. Swing it a foul on a line right back to the screen again. And my goodness, Welk is not missing that heater by much. That was 93 and right down the middle. Welk, the product of Downingstown, Pennsylvania. Outside of Philly, inside of an hour from Reading, Pennsylvania. Played collegiately very close to Reading. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Oh, it took the glove off of Minnick. It's going to roll out to Volpe, and safe at first without a throw is Welk. My goodness. Welk literally disrobed Minnick with that liner. 99 off the bat. The Gretzky just took the glove straight off the hand of Minnick. And here is Cody Roberts. As a righty is up and starting to lightly toss in actually both bullpens. Somerset's got some activity. And Bowie does have a right-hander throwing as well. Here's the pitch to Roberts. And he takes a strike beneath the belt. Count 0-1. Elliott, the Baysox reliever, 2 more scoreless innings. He had to work through some traffic, 2 men on in each of the frames. But another strong outing as a fastball is up high. Count 1-1. In fact, if Elliott does not return, let me see if I can count it up real quick. Thank God I got 5 fingers because this was a 5th consecutive scoreless outing for Elliott. Running out of fingers to count with. 1-1 coming. And a lifted foul fly out of play right side. As Minnick is really going after these Bowie hitters with a heater at the bottom of the Baysox order. Warming in the Baysox pen is the talented righty in Connor Lopridge. So we would expect to see Connor on the hill in the top of the 8th inning. 5-1 Bowie leading here. A 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, getting a whiff and a miss. He threw him what looked like a hard curveball. And over the top of it, Roberts down on strikes. The inning is over. So Bowie gets the infield hit, nothing more. On to the 8th inning. 5-1 the Baysox still in front. Lopridge will pitch when we return on the Baysox Baseball Network.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Baysox looking for a third consecutive win after once again they dropped 5 in a row. Jensen Elliott is out of the game. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs. He walked 2 and struck out 1. He gives way to the right-hander Connor Lopridge. 5-1 Bowie leads. And with the call, here's Matt Sabatis.
Connor Lopridge, a 6'3", 215-pound right-hander, traded over from Pittsburgh in 2020, fires the first pitch to Everson Pereira, and it's bounced to third but foul, just a little bit to the left side of the bag, and it's 0-1 to open. 4, 5, and 6 in the Somerset lineup set to bat with Pereira, then Elijah Dunham and Andres Chaparro. Pereira 1 for 3, a double back in the first inning. He didn't get anywhere past second base, however, as Bowie leads 5-1 on 10 hits. The 0-1 pitch in from Lopridge is swung on and missed. Slider outside. Run it to 0-2. Lopridge on the season for Bowie. He's made 24 appearances, gone 1-1 with a 4.68 ERA. But again, his numbers since the start of June have been some of the best in the bullpen. As the 0-2 offering misses outside and gets back to the screen, it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. 59 2/3 innings for Lopridge, 59 strikeouts, 24 walks. He has allowed 10 home runs, which is the most in the bullpen, but a large portion of those came in just the first 2 months of the season. As he fires the 1-2, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a low changeup, and Lopridge starts his outing with a strikeout. That's the 6th overall for Baysox pitching, and 1 gone here to open the 8th. So since Lopridge picked up a win in 3 2/3 innings of long relief on June 1st, to today, he is sporting a 1.42 ERA, 37 strikeouts in 38 innings. He's only allowed 2 home runs in that span. That extends 2.5 months. First pitch to Elijah Dunham misses outside, and it's 1-0 to start. So that's one of the things you really need to look at a different angle for Bowie and their relievers this season, as Dunham is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk in the 6th inning. He got forced out at second base. Next pitch is fouled off back to the screen. Run the count even at 1-1. Because it's not just for Lopridge, it's for every reliever on Bowie's staff. They had a 4.78 ERA at the end of the first half of the season, and for much of the first half, they were among the 3 highest ERAs for relief staffs in the Eastern League. But the second half has been a completely different story. As the 1-1 pitch comes home, Dunham rips it foul. First base side. Run the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. In the second half, Bowie has their bullpen at a 2.54 ERA. It has dropped their overall ERA to 3.94. That's coming up on a full run down from the first half, and it has brought Bowie to the 3rd best ERA from bullpens in the Eastern League this season. As the 1-2 pitch to Dunham misses down, and it runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Or to 2 balls and 2 strikes, rather. As Lopridge looks for his 2nd consecutive strikeout. He's riding 4 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings on back-to-back scoreless outings, including one earlier this week. He fires the 2-2. Down and away, and it's full. Lopridge fired 2 innings back on Tuesday for Bowie. He followed Garrett Stallings, who spun a quality start with 6 innings of 2-run ball. Lopridge did allow a couple of early base runners in the 8th, but stranded them both in scoring position. The 3-2 just misses under the knees, a fastball, and Dunham draws the walk. That was a good pitch for Lopridge. Saw what he could get and learned a little bit more about the zone because of it. That's his first walk, of course. Dunham has drawn 2 walks today, while Bowie's staff has walked 6 total batters. That is a high mark for them. Andres Chaparro steps up with a runner at first and 1 away. Again, Bowie leading 5-1. As the first pitch comes home, and it's bounced over towards short. Very slowly hit. Ortiz will have to go to first on a scoop. He fires a missile there and beats out the slow-trotting Chaparro. 6-3 putout as Dunham advances to second base. That one was only if you can believe it, 35 miles an hour off of the bat and hit off of the ground only 6 feet away from home plate. That tells you just how slow that one had made its way to Ortiz. He had to cover a lot of ground. Now here's Brandon Lockridge on an 0 for 3 day. Grounded out to third his last time up. First pitch. Nice slider. Called for strike in the lower inside corner. It's 0-1 to open. Lockridge grounded out. He flew out back in the second inning and then struck out in the fourth. So again, Loprich will conceivably take these 2 innings for Bowie to wrap this game up. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, did that clip him? No, it gets to the backstop. The runner advances as Lockridge was able to peel away just in time from that 2-seamer. Runs the count even at 1, but Dunham is to third base on the wild pitch. All the while, Somerset has been getting a right-hander up and moving in their bullpen. As Lockridge steps back in, ready for the 1-1 from Loprich. Here it is. Swinging a line drive into center field, a base hit. Dunham will score. He most likely would have scored even without the wild pitch. But the Patriots are back on the board. It's a 5-2 game. Still plenty of breathing room, but you will need to be careful as the tying run can come into play soon. He's on deck. Jesus Bastidas will dig in. That's the 40th RBI this season for Lockridge. He extends his hit streak to 3 consecutive games. Bastidas is 0 for 3, the number 8 batter. First pitch into him is a nice curveball, called for strike on the inside edge. Loprich has been setting up with that first pitch breaking ball, and it's gone for a called strike on back-to-back batters. He's really working it well right now. It's Caleb Cowart warming in the bullpen for Somerset, as he'll be appearing for the second time this series. Next pitch is checked on. Bit of a flinch from Bastidas as he tried to hold up going around and couldn't pull back. Run it for strike 2. 0-2 here with runner at first and 2 away in the top of the 8th. Bowie ahead 5-2. Decent shift on for the right-hander. Massive gap up the middle. 0-2. Check swing, bounces in and gets away. They say he went on the check swing. That's strike 3. Lockridge was advancing to second on what would have been a wild pitch, but Bastidas strikes out swinging to end the frame. A couple of strikeouts, but Somerset does get a run across on a walk, a ground out, a wild pitch, and an RBI single. The small ball special. As we move to the bottom of the 8th, Bowie still leads 5-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
On to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Prince George's Stadium, a 5-2 Bowie lead. The Baysox trying to get back some insurance after Somerset nicked into a 4-run edge. Colton Cowser will lead off. He has led off every single inning he has been up to bat today. His 5th plate appearance, he's 1 for 3 overall. First pitch in, and the left-hander watches a called strike on a high fastball. It's 0-1. New pitcher on the mound for Somerset as Caleb Coward takes over. Matt Minnick is done following 2 scoreless innings. Gave up 2 hits with 2 strikeouts, no walks. As the right-hander Coward delivers the next, and Cowser rips it foul. First base side, it's 0-2. Caleb Coward, one-time top prospect in the Angels organization, a 6'3", 225-pound, 30-year-old right-hander from Adel, Georgia. Yankees signed him as a minor league free agent earlier this year. On the season with Somerset, he's made 8 appearances, gone 1-0, but with a 7.88 ERA in 8 innings, 7 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's allowed a home run. As the infield plays deep on the pull side for the lefty Cowser, the 0-2 pitch is called strike 3 on the inner half. Fastball there hits, and Cowser strikes out looking. Coward starts his day with the K. And that's the 11th overall for Somerset pitching. And now it goes on to Joey Ortiz. 2 for 4 day for Ortiz. First pitch home, and Ortiz watches a slider called for strike on a generous zone outside. It's 0-1 to open. Ortiz singled twice, once in the first, once in the third. He got to third base in the first and scored in the third. Struck out looking in the fourth, grounded out to third in the 6th inning as the 0-1 pitch misses up and in. Ortiz back to a knee as he peels away from it. 93-mile-an-hour fastball was headed right for the chin. Fortunately, Ortiz saw it the whole way. Count evens at 1. As Bowie leads 5-2 here in the bottom of the 8th, they'll need just 3 outs from Connor Lopridge in the top of the 9th to wrap up their 3rd consecutive win. The 1-1, Ortiz pops it up to shallow right. Middle of the road for a Texas leaguer, but Elijah Dunham will run down. Can't really call that a can of corn. Dunham makes the catch after covering so much ground, and there's 2 gone. But Coward is making his 2nd appearance of this series. He came in on Thursday. That was the 10-2 win for Bowie. Following 5 innings of Davy Garcia, Coward came on for the 6th. He allowed 2 inherited runners to score and gave up a 3-run home run to Colton Cowser. 2 runs belonged to him in that outing. As the first pitch to Connor Norby is a slider that misses wide. 1-0 to start. First time that Coward has started with a first pitch ball against the 3 batters he's faced. Norby has been perfect today. Put it on Twitter. It's a mouthful for the kind of day that he's had. As the 1-0 is cracked out toward right center field and falling quickly. A dive from the right fielder. Dunham makes the catch. A stellar slide off of his belly, and that deserves a well-earned round of applause from the fans on either side. As Norby flies out, Dunham earns a star in the scorecard for that play to end a perfect 8th inning. First time all night that the Baysox have gone down in order. As we go to the top of the 9th, Bowie needs 3 quick outs from Lopridge to rack up their 3rd consecutive win. They lead 5-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, a pleasure to have you along for the broadcast each night, and this is no exception. Matt Sabatis with you from Prince George's Stadium. Thank you so much for stopping by as we move to the top of the ninth inning here in Bowie. The first pitch into Mickey Gasper from Connor Lopridge is called a strike. Changeup hits the lower inside corner. It's 0-1 to open. As Bowie leads 5-2 here in the ninth, they're 3 outs away from wrapping up their third consecutive win. Lopridge tries to finish it. The 0-1 pitch is down. Runs the count even at 1. Lopridge did allow an RBI single in the 8th inning after walking a batter, giving up a ground out. Of course, an out's recorded, but a wild pitch pushed that runner to third, and then the single scored him with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch to Gasper is cracked to the right side, a base hit. Line drive toward the gap, but it's cut off by the center fielder. Great play by Kauser to limit Gasper to just a single, especially when he was thinking hard about 2. But a leadoff base runner for Somerset, as Bowie isn't fully out of the woods yet. This is a comfortable lead, but 3 runs can easily turn around. All depends on how you pitch now against the top of the lineup as Anthony Volpe steps in. An 0-for-3 day. He walked his last time up and got to second base, but was left stranded. First pitch in, and Volpe watches a breaking ball called for strike on the lower inside corner. That's 6 consecutive first pitch strikes for Connor Lopridge. Well, the Bowie staff has put a lot of emphasis on that this season. It's a percentage that a lot of the relievers watch, and Lopridge is really hitting it high today. The 0-1. Fastball misses up and in, and it runs the count even at a ball and a strike here on Volpe. But again, not as comfortable a lead as, say, the 10-2 lead was 2 nights ago, because the tying run is technically in the hole with Eric Wagman. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Volpe watches the slider called for strike. Boy, does it just find its way onto the inside edge while fooling the right-handers at the same time. Lopridge has it working at some of its best right now. Runner at first, no one out. The 1-2 pitch. Ripped foul, third base side, skips off of the railing and into the stands, count stays. Somerset has not attempted a stolen base in this game. I think that's perhaps one of the most surprising statistics. The team that leads the Eastern League in stolen bases hasn't even tried. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded foul again, third base side, count stays on Volpe. And not to say that they haven't had some of their speedsters on base. Elijah Dunham has been on base twice with a couple of walks. Brandon Lockridge had a single to drive in the run in the 8th inning. Anthony Volpe drew his walk in the 7th and didn't attempt it. Here's the 1-2. Misses high, a fastball. Roberts was quick to transfer it into hand, thinking he needed to perhaps throw somewhere. Runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But again, Bowie ahead 5-2 here in the top of the 9th inning. 3 outs and we're out of here. As the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That slider had 2 feet of horizontal movement. That's one of the hardest moving pitches we've seen this season. Shelton Perkins-esque. And I'm not usually the kind to say that. 3rd strikeout for Lopridge. 8th overall for Bowie pitching. And there's 1 away here in the 9th. Now Eric Wagman. First pitch into the right-hander, and it's bounced up the middle, a base hit. Pouncing on it in center field, Colton Kauser, so the runner at first can't advance past second base. But Wagman, coming in as a replacement for Giancarlo Stanton, has already put together a much better night than the All-Star Game MVP ever did. Stanton 0-for-3 with 2 strikeouts. Wagman 2-for-2 with a pair of singles. So now the tying run is at the plate. You can try and work a ground out from Austin Wells, but he's not been a ground ball pitcher this season, or a ground ball batter, I should say. He's flown out twice today, singled and drawn a walk. 1-for-3 overall. First pitch misses up and away high. Fastball to open from Lopridge. Suppose that's from facing a left-hander here, as he's been opening with the breaking balls a ton. Lopridge has been a pretty even-keel pitcher when it comes to mixing the ground ball and fly ball contact. The 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air, foul. Third base side out of play. Count evens at 1. But again, look at it through the lens that I've discussed in Lopridge having a much better turn against opposing batters since the start of June. Lopridge allowed 8 home runs in his first 2 months of the season and only 2 since in 2.5 months. So his ground ball numbers have taken a much steeper jump lately. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider was in the other batter's box the entire time, and Wells still went after it. A ball and 2 strikes here with runners at first and second, 1 away. Top of the 9th, Bowie leading 5-2 already. 2 outs away from their 3rd straight as Lopridge sets and looks back second base. The 1-2 pitch. Misses down and in, kept in front by Roberts. He lost it briefly as it was stuck behind the leg of Austin Wells. Roberts was about to circle the entire dirt around home plate when the ball was just rested safely next to Wells' left foot. It runs the count even at 2. Wells only a .235 hitter with runners in scoring position this season. The 2-2 offering. Grounded hard through the gap right side, a base hit. Will they send the runner? No. It's picked in right and delivered back to the infield. 3 singles in this inning. Load the bases with 1 away for Everson Pereira. A dangerous situation right now for Lopridge. It'd be a little bit calmer had he not allowed the RBI single in the 8th inning. Would have been a 4-run lead. And now we're going to get a mound visit from Josh Conway. Properly set this one up. Of course, Lopridge not as pleased that it has to come to this now, but Bowie isn't going to get anyone warming just yet. Looks like they might get an arm up and tossing. Clayton McGinnis will get loose on the mound. But Pereira will step up with the bases loaded and 1 out. He's 1 for 2 with the bases loaded this season, and his big hit came earlier this week. He had a grand slam on Wednesday. That was a game that Bowie trailed 8-2 early, came back to tie the game at 9, but eventually lost when Pereira hit another home run, a solo blast in the top of the 9th inning, sinking Bowie on a 10-9 final. That was Bowie's 5th consecutive loss. They've since rattled off 2, including a walk-off win in 10 innings last night. They're trying to make it 3 straight as they lead 5-2 tonight in the top of the 9th. But with 1 out, Lopridge really needs to walk the fine line. Pereira is 1 for 4 on the day, a double in the 1st inning. The first pitch, fouled off right side. Change up away from Lopridge, and it's 0-1 to start. Pereira grounded out to short in the 4th. He struck out swinging in the 6th and then again in the 8th. He was the first batter that Lopridge faced out of the bullpen. Bases are full of Patriots here in the top of the 9th inning as Lopridge sets conservatively at the chest. Looks down at his glove, kicks and fires. Up and in a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Pereira. Bowie needs to hold on to this game because just northeast of us, not just northeast, but a few hours northeast of us, in Erie, Pennsylvania, the Erie Seawolves blew a 6-run lead today and lost. Bowie can move into a tie for first place. The 1-1, grounded slowly but foul. Third base side, a ball and 2 strikes now here on Pereira on a low changeup. Akron continues to stay hot. You can at least say that much. But Bowie can hold their ground against Akron and move into a tie for first if they can hold the line today. The 1-2 to Pereira. Swing and a miss for strike 3. An easy slider down and away for Lopridge. His 4th strikeout and the 2nd out here in the 9th. Not out of the woods just yet, however. As Elijah Dunham steps in, he is 3 for 9 this season with the bases loaded, including a grand slam. He has a massive 12 RBI. Dunham is 0 for 2 with 2 walks today. First pitch, just misses under the knees, a curveball. It's 1-0 to start. The tying run is on first base. But the crowd is getting into it for Loprich now. Here's the 1-0. Line drive right field. This one's falling in. It's picked up on a bounce by John Rhodes. 1 run scores, but that's it. The runners station to station as Somerset gets another. It's 5-3 on Dunham's RBI single. Tying run at second base.
Third baseman, Andre Chaparro.
So they stay loaded for Andre Chaparro. Dunham breaks out of a 2-game hitless skid with his 54th RBI this season as Gasper scores. Wagman to third and Wells representing the tying run at second. Chaparro 0 for 1 with the bases loaded this year. First pitch. He checks his swing on a slider low, no appeal. He pulled back and the count starts out at 1-0. Chaparro is 0 for 3. He walked in the fourth. He's grounded out to second twice, once in a force. He popped out to first base in foul territory, the 1-0. Bouncing ball, foul, third base side. It's 1-1. This would be a game to slay demons for Bowie, following the Akron series in which they had their hearts broken multiple times. 4 different games, they held a lead and still ended up losing. The 1-1 to Chaparro. Swinging a high drive out toward left field. This one should stay in the park as Haskin ranges down, backs up, camps, and makes the catch. The Bowie Baysox are winners once again. Their 3rd consecutive puts them into a tie for first place. A 5-3 win over the Somerset Patriots on Saturday night. A thrilling and fun victory for the Baysox as Somerset strands the bases loaded in the top of the 9th, including a tying run in scoring position. Connor Loprich able to get it done. We've got plenty to discuss on Baysox postgame. That comes your way soon. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Savanas.
Well, Bowie picks up a big win on Saturday night, a game that they'd seen themselves on the opposite end of a handful of times this season, and a lot recently, as Bowie knocks off Somerset 5-3 this evening, their third consecutive win, and thanks in part to a loss by the Erie Seawolves earlier tonight, Bowie has moved into a tie for first place. As we get rolling with Baysox postgame from Prince George's Stadium, Matt Sabatas alongside Adam Pohl with you. We'll recap this game in depth and then look around the Eastern League, check in on some of the other scores. We already spoiled Erie's for you, of course, but we've got plenty of other teams to discuss and look ahead to tomorrow as Bowie tries to get things going and maybe build another lead. Let's go back in time, though. The faraway land of 6:37 p.m. when first pitch came home from Justin Armbruster to Anthony Volpe. It was a ball, but Volpe flew out on the next pitch. Following a couple of two-out base runners, Armbruster was able to work scoreless on 21 pitches, and Bowie instantly got to work on Randy Vasquez in the bottom of the first inning. Colton Cowser and Joey Ortiz singled on the first and second pitch of the frame, had runners at second and third with no one out for Connor Norby. The 0-1. Norby bounces it to the left side and through the gap for a base hit. This could score too. It'll just be Cowser as Ortiz is held up at third base. But an RBI single for Connor Norby. 3 batters, 3 singles. Bowie leads 1-0 in the first. So Bowie getting the 1-0 edge. They did leave some on the table after Hudson Haskins struck out swinging. Cesar Prieto lined into a double play. That ended the frame, despite Bowie having runners at first and third with nobody out. But they still had the edge, and Justin Armbruster was fine through the second. He pitched a perfect frame, and in the bottom of the second, Bowie went down scoreless. But fortunately, Armbruster was able to keep the tide in the third inning, despite a leadoff walk. In the bottom of the third, Bowie got it going again. Connor Norby came up. He followed after Colton Cowser opened with a walk and Joey Ortiz a single. Seemed to be deja vu.
Last night's hero. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball driven to left. Lockridge back on it. It's over his head and it's off the wall. It bounds beyond him. Around to score Cowser. Ortiz around for the plate and he's home. He slides in safely on the 2-run double off the bat of Connor Norby. And the Baysox have a 3-0 lead.
So Bowie already up big at this point, and fortunately John Rhodes was able to tack on one more for insurance.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper right side. Bastidas gloving, flipping for one. Oh, they didn't get the out. It rolls away. 1 run is home. An enormous mistake on a possible double play ball, and it's a 4-0 Baysox lead.
So Bowie jumping ahead to a 4-0 edge. Already a great start for the Baysox as they were open to win their third straight, and things just kept going for Justin Armbruster in the top of the fourth. He worked around a 2-out walk to keep things scoreless on Somerset's end. In the bottom of the fourth, Hudson Haskin collected a 2-out RBI single, made it 5-0 Bowie at that point. If I'm counting right, I'm counting right, aren't I? 5-0 Bowie, and that was pretty much all they needed. However, Somerset did finally get one across on Justin Armbruster. A solo home run by Mickey Gasper in the top of the fifth inning made it 5-1. But after each side was done through 5, in the sixth, Bowie and Somerset were finally starting to settle. 6th and 7th went down quietly for Bowie, as they did for Somerset. Jensen Elliott pitching 2 scoreless innings. But in the 8th, Somerset got back on the board as Connor Lopridge came in. A little bit of small ball and a little bit of everything falling Somerset's way. A walk to Elijah Dunham, a ground out put him to second base, a wild pitch put him to third, and with 2 outs, Brandon Lockridge was able to drive him in. Here it is. Swinging a line drive into center field, a base hit. Dunham will score. He most likely would have scored even without the wild pitch. But the Patriots are back on the board. It's a 5-2 game. So still a 3-run lead for Bowie, and Lopridge was able to finish the frame. As Bowie went down in order in the bottom of the 8th inning against Caleb Coward, Somerset came back to work in the top of the 9th. They were able to string together a handful of singles, a leadoff pop by Mickey Gasper, then a quick strikeout, but back-to-back singles loaded the bases with only 1 out. Everson Pereira struck out swinging, a big swing from Connor Lopridge, but Elijah Dunham was able to put a little bit of fear into everyone's heart. Fortunately, it would be the only attack. Here's the 1-0. Line drive right field. This one's falling in. It's picked up on a bounce by John Rhodes. 1 run scores, but that's it. The runners station to station as Somerset gets another. It's 5-3 on Dunham's RBI single. Tying run at second base. It seemed like Somerset was trying to go for that death by 1,000 cuts attack with 4 singles, but fortunately Lopridge was able to nip it in the bud, getting Andres Chaparro to fly out. The 1-1 to Chaparro. Swinging a high drive out toward left field. This one should stay in the park as Haskin ranges down, backs up, camps, and makes the catch. The Bowie Baysox are winners once again. Their third consecutive puts them into a tie for first place. A 5-3 win over the Somerset Patriots on Saturday night. Your final box score: Somerset scores 3 runs on 9 hits with 1 error. They left on 12. Bowie scores 5 runs on 10 hits with no errors. They left on 10. Justin Armbruster, the winning pitcher. He's 4-0 on the season as Randy Vasquez takes the loss. He falls to 1-5. No save as the game was played in 2 hours and 39 minutes in front of a paid attendance at Prince George's Stadium of 3,987. With the win, or with the loss rather, Somerset falls to 68-44. Their losing streak extends to 3 consecutive games as they're now 31-24 on the road. With the win, Bowie moves to 56-57. Their winning streak up to 3 consecutive games as Bowie is now 31-25 in front of the home crowds at Prince George's Stadium. Somerset falls to 24-19 in the second half, while Bowie moves to 29-15. Adam, I said it. This could have been a frustrating game. Is that Bowie has seen themselves on the other side of a lot this season. 10 runners left on base for Bowie and 12 runners left on base for Somerset. That just told you how strong the pitching kind of was for both sides to be able to work around some of those runners on base and keep things as limited as they were.
There's no doubt about it. I think Armbruster had a really good day today. The Baysox starter allowed just 1 run in 5 innings. He did have 3 walks, but was able to work around it. But the things that stood out to me most today, Matt, was the top of the order was dynamic. The Baysox, all 5 of their runs tonight came in innings in which Colton Kauser was the leadoff hitter, and that was huge. And then there was one play that really stood out to me that would be a really under-the-radar play because Bowie got a run off of a misplay on a double play ball.
That fielder's choice that Rhodes hit into, right?
Correct, that they didn't get an out. But on the other end, there was a spot in the top of the 6th where Somerset had 2 men on and 1 down, and Chaparro hit a hard ground ball deep in the hole. It's short, and Ortiz made a sliding play, and with an extremely fast runner at first, he just fires the second, and they get an out there. And in the end, Somerset did not score in that inning. You know, that's a play I don't think any other shortstop in the league makes. And it didn't look, immediately like it, to the common eye, I guess, like it was, some unbelievable play. But Ortiz is such a spectacular defender. He is just in a league all by himself defensively at short. And that linchpin for the Baysox did not only take the steam out of what it could have been a big inning there, but Somerset didn't get anything at all. And in the end, you win a ball game by 2 runs. I think Bowie's defense has been a big part of their outstanding second half.
Very much so, and it's led to another big win. And again, as we've already spoiled it, put them into a tie for first place thanks to an Erie Seawolves loss. We'll look around the rest of the Eastern League when we return as we check in on some of the scoreboards, get you caught up on the Eastern League and the Orioles organization as well, following a big win for Bowie, 5-3 over Somerset. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Well, it's the night that all Orioles fans should have circled on their calendar. Sunday, August 21st, when the Baysox celebrate Birdland. We know you're already loud and proud at Prince George's Stadium, but you don't want to miss this game, as the Baysox will be giving away special mystery autographed items from the 2022 team. The first 750 fans ages 3 and up will receive a mystery autographed item, so be sure to get your tickets fast. Sunday, August 21st, the Birdland celebration. Go to Baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Back to Prince George's Stadium one final time this evening as we get ready to wrap up Baysox postgame following a big 5-3 win for Bowie over Somerset. Let's take a quick look around the rest of the Eastern League as the score we've already alluded to a couple of times today, Erie and Akron. Erie taking a disastrous loss, and I've got to imagine there's going to be some sour feelings and maybe a couple of messages floated around in that clubhouse following tonight's game as Erie had an 8-2 lead over the Akron Rubber Ducks after 6 innings, allowed 5 runs in the 7th, and a 2-run home run by Julian Escobedo in the 8th inning punched Akron ahead to a 9-8 edge, and that's where the game would close. Akron picks up the win. Erie takes the loss, and Bowie moves into a tie for first place with the Seawolves, as the Baysox and the Seawolves are now tied at 29 and 15 in the second half. Akron stays at distance with Bowie, so they will be 5 games out of first place, while still in third overall. Altoona is the other team that's been hoping to stay in pace with Akron, and they've really been playing a bit of an underdog. They're kind of a fourth wheel, even though third wheel is the expression, but a fourth wheel in this situation. Altoona is still tied with Akron at 24 and 20 as the Curve picked up a 7-4 win over Harrisburg tonight. Trailing 2-0 in the 6th, Altoona put on 5 runs to help pick up the win there. Hartford takes down New Hampshire easily today, 6-4. Richmond cruised past Binghamton today, 5-1. And then Reading had a 4-run second inning to help them overcome Portland, 4-3. Adam, how's the Orioles organization looking?
Well, it was a kind of an unusual day at Camden Yards because I guess it wasn't that unusual. Last night was the unusual day. I mean, the Orioles scored 15 runs last night. I mean, absolutely wild. They played a much more normal baseball game today. But a late comeback just fell short. They lose to Boston 4-3. Now, Kyle Stowers came off the bench, the 2021 Baysox, and had 2 RBIs in the Orioles' defeat. It's been a big day for Gunnar Henderson. He hit another home run tonight. For Gunnar, that was his, let's check, his 11th at the AAA level. Henderson 2 for 5. He's got 4 ribbies. And the Tides are trying to hang on. They lead the Tampa Bay Rays affiliate, Durham, 7-5. They're in the top of the 9th inning. High A baseball. Aberdeen was shut out tonight. They got 6 hits but did not bring a run home. 4-0 the final to Asheville. Peter Van Loon was the starter. He's been a pretty good starter in the Orioles system this year. More than likely a Baysox, whether late this year or in 2023. Van Loon got the loss, allowed 2 runs in 4 innings, did strike out 6. He is now 9-3 on the year, has a 3.50 ERA. And Delmarva, another winner today on the road in Salem with that brand new lineup. 5-3, the Shorebirds win it. They had 3 guys with multi-hit games. Reed Trimble hit his first career home run in the game. A shot, I guess, that led off the ball game in the 5-3 victory. Dylan Beavers, I believe he was a first-round supplemental pick of the Orioles this year, so he's a highly touted ball player, had a 2-for-4 night with a walk, and he's off to a .471 start a week into his pro career at the low A level.
Well, again, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and what a score it was. 5-3 over the Somerset Patriots to pick up their 3rd consecutive win and move into a tie for first place in the Southwest Division. 2 sides will meet again for one final time in the regular season as Bowie looks to win the series and potentially split the season series overall. Of the 11 games played, Somerset has won 6, Bowie has now won 5, as the 2 teams will wrap up the set tomorrow at 1:05. Garrett Stallings gets the start. Right-hander is 5-9 with a 6.34 ERA, while Clayton Beater will go for Somerset. He doesn't have a record or an ERA yet. He's just been used as an opener and hasn't really been tagged for too much. And it's just a rematch of Game 1 in which Bowie had a close game but still ended up losing 2-1. So we'll see what Bowie can put together. Stallings did have a quality start in the performance, but it'll be a 1:05 first pitch, which means a DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 12:45. That's what matters to you. As we close things up tonight, thank you so much for stopping by. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Sabatas with you from Prince George's Stadium, saying have a good night, folks, because boy did Bowie. 5-3 over the Somerset Patriots. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.